a.m. It's like it's almost like let out time, right? It's getting late. I go up to Dame Lillard like, man, I'm walking confidently. I'm like, hey, Dame, you mind if you do me a favor? Oh my God. Bro. Dame Lillard looks at me dead in the eye. He's like, I don't do favors for at 2 a.m. and then walks off. I swear to God, he leaves the event after that. Okay, I would get that off. Sorry. We're good. If you're listening on YouTube, I'm sorry you didn't get that good experience. We can't.
They're just tuning in right now. They didn't really get
perfect.
They didn't get the back end of the energy.
They don't know what they just missed.
We had a little, played some sexy songs to start off.
Sexy songs from the Sexy Goat. Oh, that was so glazing. Ew, I actually
Even Mucho heard that and was like, yo.
Regret saying that.
Yeah, no.
Regret saying that.
Here's another fan cam edit.
The Sexy Goat.
Oh, that might be the title already with the $sign.
Okay.
You're not escaping allegations.
Nah, it was the General Tao chicken pizza that has me acting like this.
Zoe came in and called Mucho Big Boy.
Oh my God, I wish they heard that.
All that to do
So
is
fellas, you want Zoe to refer to you as certain things. That General Tao's pizza's to expedite the whole process to her heart.
I don't think I've ever hugged Mucho in my life, and I gave Mucho the biggest hug. I'm kidding. But I actually gave Mucho probably the best hug I've ever given Mucho because I saw that pizza on the table.
It was one of the happiest I've ever seen you.
Guys, if you didn't know what just happened, well, you don't know, I'm going to explain it. So there's this place in Toronto that has really good General Tao chicken pizza. This is they did not pay us for this, by the way. I'm just giving this free promo. I'm not going to say the name. Y'all
That's
better
a crazy
Google it.
sentence too. General Tao's pizza.
Yes, it sounds very insane, but it is pizza, and the main topping is General Tao chicken. And I tried it once, and I was like, "Yo, this shit slaps." And I came in, and I was hungry today. Before I even got to the studio, I'm like, "Yo, I'm gonna walk to this spot, and I'm gonna get a General Tao before we start recording." And I'm coming up the stairs and I'm hustling and bustling through the snow. My boots are clinking on the stairs. And I come into the studio and I take a deep inhale. What do I smell?
Can we get much higher?
I smell General Tao chicken in the studio. And I look into the mirror and I just see the reflection of the pizza sitting on the table. And I look up. And Mucho's just smiling. And that was the glory of me coming into the studio with 2 slices, not one, but 2.
Tell him what you said when you walked into the door.
What did I say?
Who brought the chicken?
It was you, big boy. Put a little Zoe inflection on it. I don't sound like that.
And then Mucho said, yeah, I got you 2 slices. And I called Mucho big boy and gave him a great hug. Because that is the way to my heart, food. So if any man wants to get to my heart,
that's the shortcut.
Give me great food, and I'll call you anything you want.
That is such a crazy statement.
I said call you anything, not give you anything. Call you anything, but even though that's gross.
That reminds me of a tweet I seen you interact with that was so Zoe coded, where it was like, "Don't call me baby girl,
call me big dog."
Yeah.
Whoa.
No, it was, do you like babe or baby? And the girl said big dog. And I said, damn right.
I know you felt seen with that.
I did feel seen. But anyways, y'all, we had Tresor. Technically, he did make it to the episode recording, but he didn't make it all the way. But we have Omar.
Easies.
What's good? What's good?
Omar is a part of the team, guys. He's just never at recordings, by the way. So
the team is deep. Like, yeah.
The team is deep.
It's a deep team. I have to step up.
Yeah. So
put me in, coach.
We called Omar from the bench, and he was like, "I'm ready, coach. Put me in," because Tresor literally just canceled last minute. But we'll have Tresor call in.
No, Tresor's calling all his homies right. He's calling everybody but his girl right now.
Oh, because of his car issues. I mean, he'll be all right then. He'll make it back home. It's just tomorrow might look shaky for him depending on what the problem is.
I gotta say, shout out to Tresor. He had the most entertaining. He was providing the most, like, the best form of entertainment this weekend with his Snapchat story.
And for you guys who don't know,
oh my god,
Tresor attended and Mucho, NBA All-Star Weekend this past weekend in San Francisco, the Bay Area, where the goat resides. My actual goat.
Yeah.
But
A lot of light
do you want to
skin
do
goats.
weekly recaps before we culture soar and settle in? How was your week? How was your Valentine's Day? What happened? What's good? What did everybody do? Let's get to the real tea.
Get to the nitty gritty. We didn't even intro, but usually we intro ourselves. We do a number.
My fault. Oh my god, yeah, okay, sorry. My bad. I'm getting too giddy. The thing is the pizza. Everyone, welcome to episode 7 of the Relentless Diaries podcast. I'm your main host, Zoe.
I'm Clyde.
Mucho.
Omar.
And
We're on our,
7.
We're on our Kyle Lowry today. We're on our David Beckham.
NFL.
We're on our Mellow.
Who is NFL 7?
Michael Vick. That's what we're on. I like that one.
Bring the dogs out. Big dogs.
We got Big Dog out.
The big dog.
I like a Mike Vick episode.
Dog, I go Super Vic.
Mike Vick kind of aged like...
That's for the scholars.
With that dog like Vic.
Yeah, oh shit. Yeah. There's been some classic Michael Vick bars.
Yeah. And Michael Vick kind of aged like fine wine. Like I saw a picture of him recently.
You like the Just for Men look? Like where he needs Just for Men?
What do you mean? What's just
You
for
like
men?
the salt and pepper beard.
I love a salt and pepper beard.
Really?
What? As a man gets older, don't dye that shit. Yes, grade
Zoe
out.
likes a good age gap.
Yeah, grade out. You know what? Where this rumor started? I do like salt and pepper on an older man though. On a young man, it looks crazy, but on an old man, salt and pepper beard goes hard.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper waves, like what?
On
Oh
a
my
young
God.
man, it's concerning.
Yeah, no, salt and pepper
You
waves.
need to not stress
No,
out so much.
that's OD. But okay, I'm glad with the Mike Vick episode. Okay, now let's get to the nitty gritty. Valentine's Day. How was everyone's Valentine's Day? I mean, it snowed in Toronto for like 4 days straight.
Wow.
So to be honest, yeah, you weren't here for it, ho.
No.
But to be honest, there wasn't really a lot to do.
Yeah,
If
like,
I'm being very honest.
If you had an eventful weekend this weekend
You're horny.
in Toronto, yeah, you were hot
Okay.
foot.
I saw you say that.
I'm not gonna lie. And everyone's like, I'm like, yeah, horny.
I
You
got
guys are too giddy for action, yo.
yeah.
If I was in Toronto this weekend, I'd be outside.
Yeah, you're horny. We know. You're horny as hell. But yeah.
like that.
But yeah, to be
not wrong.
outside this weekend was insane. Like it snowed so bad.
Yeah.
I think they said that over the last 3 days in the GTA or Ontario, we got the most snowfall compared to last winter, the entire season.
Facts.
Like,
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, wow. San Francisco boy. Yeah. A lot of snow fell. It was OD.
Yeah.
It was OD. Like it did not stop. Literally 3 days straight.
I couldn't
did
believe
not
what I
stop.
was seeing.
Yeah.
I feel bad for people that are kind of coming over to Toronto and it's like their first visit or they don't come often and like that weekend the record-breaking snowfall day is like because I seen there's a bunch of productions going on in Toronto right now, a bunch of movie stars.
Oh,
And-
word?
Well, not star. I just people that work in the industry and they're kind of like, I'm never coming to Toronto again. This is what y'all deal with, and it's like it reminds me of All-Star Weekend. Funny enough, when it was in Toronto and it was like. I promise it's not this cold. all
Oh,
the
thank
time,
God
you
All-Star
know?
Weekend was not in Toronto this year. It would have been screwed.
Wow. Yeah. It would have been even worse than 2016.
Oh, it would have been worse than 2016 for sure.
And
Because
it was-
2016 was just the cold. It didn't snow like
It didn't
that.
snow like that.
Which is what I'm saying. It was one of those
Yeah,
weekends.
Trey, you did not remember that weekend, bro.
What do you mean I don't remember that weekend? How young do you think I am, bro?
That's a violation. That's a violation.
It didn't snow like that.
What?
What were your options that weekend? You were gonna stay home anyway. That weekend?
That weekend?
How old were you?
I was 17, fam.
All right, bro.
Yeah, what were you doing? Then? You weren't really doing anything.
Trey,
What's up?
You couldn't have, Trey, no, literally, though, for real, you couldn't have done anything.
Trey,
You didn't.
You were
There's no-
chilling
Trey,
regardless.
I was
You're
on
on
N-
Xbox Live. Like that's what
Xbox Live.
Modern Warfare 2. That's what you were on.
There's no way you could remember.
What do you mean I couldn't remember 2016 what I
No,
was
you
doing?
could, but like you weren't outside.
Yeah.
Outside.
It was a snow day.
Oh, that's crazy.
This is a violation.
I'm sorry.
I was on antibiotics that weekend,
Like, you
Trey.
were-
We were doing the same things.
You weren't on road. Trey, how were you on road? First of all, not
I'm not
only
saying. I'm not saying.
like
I
you
was
one,
on
you
road.
were 17, 2, you're a man. 17-year-old boy. What were you really doing outside? Also, you weren't really getting into this All-Star weekend.
I didn't say I was doing
That's scary.
All-Star
The fact that
weekend.
you said girls would.
Well, yeah, it's scary, but it's true.
Yeah,
I was 19 when I did the math, and I was outside.
For a minute at
Fresh
that point.
19. But anyways, yeah, you're right. If it would have been way worse if it was 2016. Also, we can hear it. But regardless, everyone's dodging the question. Valentine's Day.
You want to start?
Valentine's Day.
I mean,
what did man get into?
I
Yeah, let's
got
go
a
ahead, Chris.
what's it called? I got a Party Next Door Drake album for
Oh.
Valentine's Day, and that's what That's how I rung things in.
Fair.
And then I had work the next day, so it was a day for the most part.
Okay.
It was just a regular day, but there was a Party and Drake album, so it was a decent day.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Well, you have a girlfriend, so you're boring. Omar, what did you get into for Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I have a girl, so
You do?
yeah.
Oh, say word! Congratulations! Last time I thought you didn't have a girl.
No, I got a girl now. Made it official. So
On Valentine's Day?
no, I didn't make it official on Valentine's Day. I made it official like afterwards.
Man,
after
you
the
could have been
conversation.
efficient.
Oh, so like
You
like
could
the
have
last
an
couple days?
anniversary and
No.
Valentine's
It's
Day.
been months now.
Oh.
It's been months. It's been a minute. But yeah, like the Friday was snowing, so just dropped off some flowers, chocolates, whatever. A little something, and then we went out for dinner the next few days after.
Okay.
But
that's
something
not
calm.
bad.
But the P&D album for sure, that was getting rinsed.
Did y'all listen to it together?
Nah, that was on my own time.
That's not a group listening.
Yeah, it's not the
type
lyrics.
project.
The lyrics
Yeah.
don't really hit with the girls around. So
I don't like
my own
listening to albums for the first time with people.
I feel
That's
that.
why I don't go to listening parties.
Oh, I like that take.
I don't.
I feel that. I like it if it's good. Like if everyone is, they're listening to the album and they're not trying to talk over every bar. They want to dissect it while it's playing. Like I hate that.
I
Like,
hate listening
I
parties.
like a good listening crew, but usually that's a slippery slope. So.
Yeah, like I remember I went to who listening party did we go to recently? Who's listening party?
Was I there?
You were there. Like it was like last year. Was it A Boogie? I think it was A Boogie.
Oh,
Right?
A Boogie's,
A
yeah,
Boogies. I didn't
yeah.
retain one song.
Yeah, facts.
Didn't retain one. You couldn't. Honestly, if you put a good and said what song was on that album, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Like we were at the listening party.
Listening parties aren't conducive to listening to an album for the first time. It's just an excuse to network.
Yeah, facts.
That too, literally. I went to the CLB listening party, and that one, the only song I retained was "Way Too Sexy." That's the only song I remember.
'Cause that's the turned up
Because it was the
one.
turned up
Yeah,
one. And
yeah.
that's
Was
the
that at the
only
Yacht Club?
It was yes.
And there was a lot
Toronto.
of blue lighting.
I don't remember that much detail.
There's a video. I remember there's a video of him rapping Wayne's verse on "You Only Live Twice," and I think it's from that party. And
Yeah.
it was like a really loud environment,
Very
like just
loud.
not where you would want.
He was like in the I just remember "Way Too Sexy" playing, and Drake was in the DJ booth just turning up, and I was like, oh, I remember this song. After that though, I promise you, I could not. I'm like, yo, I don't remember what the album sounded like except for that
Yeah.
one song. No clue.
I remember one time trying to listen to an album for the first time, and like my roommates came out, and they were just like, you need a good crew for listening. But you listen to it by yourself?
I did. And I like to listen. It was hard for me because I do my first listens through drives. So if I'm driving like to Toronto, if I'm driving like in and out the
That would
city,
be a perfect way to listen to an album.
tonight I'm about to run it
I
back.
seen tweets saying that like this is 401 music.
Yeah, so that's how I usually do listening. So if an album drops, my first long drive is when I'll play it.
Okay.
That's when I'm the most like in tune. It's that I'm paying the most. Like I can't do it like at work because I take it out for a meeting or someone's calling me. Like I can't listen to an album just like in my headphones on a random day.
While you're commuting, and I think that's like one of the main. Whether you're taking public transit, walking, or anything like that, that's usually when people listen.
Yeah.
Or the
So,
gym.
but I mean, we can get into the album. What'd you do for Valentine's Day?
I was in San Francisco.
Yeah, that doesn't mean nothing.
I was partying, like I was networking.
Yeah, your
Yeah,
weekly
we
recap.
saw you bubbling to future
Network.
like a sicko. Like a
Nobody
sicko.
was doing it. Was well in the future.
Like a sicko.
So I was
Very on brand.
Well, when we culture store, we'll get into that. part.
Yeah.
okay.
Well, we could get into how the weekend went for me once
Okay.
we get Trezor on the phone. But yeah, I mean, Valentine's Day was any other day.
I hate when
I was
men say
outside.
that. It's not any other day. It's a day of
For
love.
men, it is.
It's a day of love.
Well, it's a day you provide for your girl. If you don't have a girl, it's a regular day.
Okay, so what do we want to do first? Also,
could
there's
talk-
so much news.
I mean, we already sort of fake talked about the Drake album.
I want to talk about Drake album. We can talk about Drake album first. I liked it. Was I blown away? No. Do I think there's really good songs on it? Yeah. Do I think that it should be compared to Her Loss or What a Time? Absolutely not. People are already trying to do that. And I'm like,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not.
like all the other collab albums?
Yeah, like, come on. Why are we comparing Her
Yeah.
Loss and What a Time to Be Alive with this one?
Did you feel underwhelmed or just disappointed with the output of Party, whether it was like the substance and content or how much you heard of him? Because I think there's a narrative right now that people are kind of saying that, it's mostly Drake, which I think was also something that people were saying when Her Loss came out. And I also will kind of speak to this more. I think that's a trend nowadays with collab albums. It does seem like a lot of the time there was one person who had somewhat of a complete project or like 10 songs or something like that. And it's kind of like you send it to the other person and they kind of do their thing on it. And then you have like your Watch the Throne type collab albums where you could tell that they were cooking
They're
and
in the
baking,
studio together, yeah.
a year for however long. Not saying like, because I felt it was like a good collaborative effort between Party and Drake, but how did you feel about Party's effort?
It didn't feel fully collabby, if that's a word, if that makes sense. To your point, I feel like it was kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna get my shit off.
So like that, like throw a
you
verse
get
on
your
this.
shit off. Yeah. It wasn't like, yo, let's sit in the studio together, like close the room, shut the windows and cook. It didn't feel like that, which isn't a bad thing. But like Watch the Throne felt like that. You can tell they were locked in the basement and they just cooked.
I think there were some songs that you could tell they were in the studio and like, oh, this was you did 3 or 4 mixes on this. Like this is
What song do you think that was?
Let me pull out the track listing.
OMW maybe.
OMW, and it's in that second half. I feel like
I love the second half.
The second half is great. We'll talk about the little Drake section of like solo songs. I think the song "Somebody Loves Me" is
that second verse. That second verse.
That's gonna be in my upper echelon of Party Drake songs.
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah.
Hold on now. Because the upper echelon of like the best Party and Drake song is Recognized. That's not even debatable.
Yeah.
I don't think we can all agree.
Do you count the Drake solo songs that you could tell were produced by Party and probably there's a reference for Party out there? Of
No,
it
I'm not counting that
as a Drake Party song. Do you count Legend as a Drake Party song?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm counting
Ratchet
Drake
Happy
Party
Birthday.
songs as Drake Party songs.
Okay. So like Preach and Too
Yeah,
Good.
but like Too Good is not Party. Too Good is Rihanna.
Oh, yeah, never. That other sing-songy song on Views.
Yeah.
Which one was it?
Wednesday Night Interlude.
Wednesday Night Interlude too. But that's just him though.
That's just Party, no?
Yeah, it's on Drake's album, but it's just him.
Preach.
Members
Only is a great song.
Members Only's up there for me too.
Members Only might be in the top 3.
Over Here is top 3.
I would say Over Here
Over
it's
Here is
2
top 3.
though. So it'd have to be like Recognized, Over Here, Members Only.
I kind of think, and even what we're describing, like think about that catalog, and I think we're even missing some. Like they have an impeccable.
Come and See Me.
Yeah, they have a really impeccable track record, you know?
Yeah.
So it was very much stacking like the expectations for what people wanted from this album. I think songs like that, what did I say? Somebody Loves Me. I love when Drake does full party style. Like, and that's him doing Party's sort of bag on that song. What was the solo Party one?
Deeper. Deeper's a
Deeper was
banger.
great. Spider-Man, Superman's great.
Spider-Man, Superman. That song has had me in the nastiest chokehold since this dropped.
Really? You guys okay.
That is a really good song.
I like how
to me.
I like how he sampled
dope.
himself a few times on this.
Like to
album.
sample The Real Her was crazy play to me. And that's a great song.
That's okay. Like I'll be real at first, and again, like these songs might grow on me or whatever, but at first I wasn't.
Really?
I don't know.
Really?
Because you said you like Party style, right? And you like when
I like
when
Party
Drake
style,
does
but I
that.
like when Drake
Drake does that.
full-fledged party style. Yeah.
Right. There's 2 party styles to me. There's the one where PARTYNEXTDOOR is actually trying to make a song with like a structure and like a hook. And then there's the party songs where it sounds like he's freestyling for 5 minutes. I'm not the
I
biggest.
love both those genres. Though.
Yeah, true. I'm not the biggest fan of the latter.
Of a 5-minute just reading a text message thread and turning it into a song type.
And you think
I like
Spider-Man,
that.
Superman's doing that?
No, I mean, I guess it is kind of hooky.
I'd say the album for the most part is probably more so that sort of bag, right?
Right.
I think also Drake might be one of the best artists ever at outroing a song. I think some of the breakdowns on these songs are amazing, and I think that's consistent throughout his career, which is why I was really excited for Crying in Chanel and was kind of cheesed when I heard like the final version because the outro of it is so crazy. But I also think there's some other songs here that people were really surprised by when they pressed play on, like the Nokia song,
So good.
the Meet Your Padre song.
And by the way, for Nokia, the artist on there, we got to big him up. I think he's from Toronto.
Yeah.
The producer?
Akia, I believe.
I heard that he had like 1,000
Baby
followers
girl.
before.
Yeah.
that guy.
He's very he was like very low key. Very low key.
What's his artist name? If you could just,
I don't remember.
because he made that song. I mean,
I can, or someone can find it.
Elkan, a young sought after London producer. Sorry if I mispronounced.
oh, he's from
that.
London. He's not from.
Yeah, from the online sample pack community. Laces Drake with a sweaty Atlanta bass. But yeah, anyway.
I love that. So he's from London.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know why I thought he was from Toronto. I guess his accent, that's a British one. But yeah, big up to him, because that's like an unknown artist who got a huge shot.
Huge look.
That's going to be like a #1 song, so good for him.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, all in all, I'd rate the album, I think like a 7.
Yeah, I mean, when I was listening to the album, like at first, like I listened to the first 3, right? I like CN Tower.
You like CN Tower?
You didn't like CN Tower.
I like CN Tower.
I
Yeah.
didn't love CN Tower.
Go take another drive.
Oh, yeah.
I like CN Tower. And then the next.
The season towers, blues. Like what?
Flower.
Yeah, I don't know if I was really
banger.
getting into it.
But yeah, I don't know. When I listened to it, I understood it right away. But then I did not like the next 2.
Mothballs was after that, no?
You didn't like Something About You?
Is Something About You the third
Something
one?
About You's the third.
Yeah,
It's
I-
Mothballs and Something About You.
I didn't like the 2 out of the first 3, so I was nervous, man.
He's like, my God!
Looking back.
It's definitely a second half album, and I was kind of getting that towards like I feel like Brian Steele. They were saying, because that was the name of Young Thug's lawyer.
I didn't like
right?
Brian Steele either.
So
Brian
up
Steele was
until that
alright.
point, I was kind of like, okay, this is very like, yo, I'm trying not like this is. You got me reminiscing. I'm trying not to send any crazy texts or anything like that. Like, yo, I need a bit of a turn up, you know?
Yeah.
Does
And-
music actually do that to y'all?
No, I'm being a little dramatic.
I was gonna say, like,
but
have
I'm
you
saying-
ever felt like, yeah, I gotta send this text because this song just
No,
reminds me
but-
so
but
much.
The
of
only
her.
thing that makes me do that is the alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was late and it was like Friday and stuff, and it was winding me down. And after Brian said, I'm kind of like, all right, Give Me a Hug comes on, right? Give Me a Hug comes on, and I'm like, all right, at least he's rapping on this one, Like I hope there's at least a couple rap songs, and he's Drake Intimidation, Nation, and he's doing his whole timestamp record intro thing, and then it's starting to pick up a bit, and then. That beat switch comes in and everything. I'm like back up. I'm standing up in my room and stuff. I'm like, okay, let's go. It was and then the places it goes on the outro, with the Give Me a Hug and the stage, and it
I
turns
miss you hoes. Give me a hug.
turns into a strip
Yeah.
club anthem.
The second half of that song was going crazy all weekend. Like
Really?
yeah.
It went crazy on like another podcast too. He was taking his shots at people.
What podcast?
Specifically
JBP?
the JBP. And I think
Oh yeah. With Mel,
First of all, it's funny that Joe is like a frequenter of strip clubs, and that song was definitely getting burned like in the strip clubs. And then the Melissa Ford shot,
I don't think it was a shot
sorry, the shot at Joe by bigging
through
up,
Melissa Ford.
which
Yeah.
is classic art of war for Drake, right? By bigging up the woman, it's not girls' toy, it's a world, and then shitting on the guy, and that kind of puts the woman in a situation where she doesn't want to. She almost has to pick a side in that situation. And I thought what was interesting is Mel went into that next recording and was, I'm a legend from the 6. Like,
Yeah, she put it in her bio with the bite lip emoji.
Wow.
and
She did
No,
that.
she ran
Yeah,
with it.
she
ran
literally
with
put
it.
legend in her bio and with the bite lip emoji.
I did not see any of this.
Yeah, and she posted a video of herself walking down a beach in a bikini and just kept like repeating that one part.
Hell
Listen
yeah.
for you live in the dick sucker,
Yeah.
but not,
No,
but
but
not
not
the
yet.
dick sucker
Yeah, not
part.
the
Just
Joe
like you
Budden
legend from the
part.
6, you legend from the 6, you legend.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
She
What if
should have done the
someone-
next part too.
I think so.
what if like Glorilla made a song and was like, Mucho, love your podcast, but I hate that you're with that loud girl. And then Mucho came in the next pod and was like, yeah, Glorilla fucks with me. Would you be cheesed?
I'd be like, what the fuck?
You'd be mad if I did that?
I would be mad, but I'd be like, yeah, get your glory, but like, what the hell?
yeah.
But if someone was like, oh, love Zoe's show with them bitch ass niggas, like, I'd be like, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be mad at it if it was like a legend.
And then I changed my bio to host with the bitch ass niggas. Like, you know what I mean?
I feel a little,
Doesn't that feel like a little like, what the hell?
I think it's funny watching that play out
Yeah.
on their show because it's like, oh, you're feeding right into the trap. This is what he does every single time.
But then also, didn't Joe Budden put like the world's best dick sucker in his bio?
What?
He put something like that in his bio.
He is not from New York. I guess he's from New
Yeah.
Jersey.
He
New
is.
Jersey.
He definitely put it in his bio. I'm almost positive he put something about like, maybe not world's best, but something like
World's
calling
best?
Okay, maybe not world. Okay, hold on, wait. Maybe not world's best, but he had something dick sucker in his bio.
He does play into that gay moniker a little bit, but I don't know
yeah,
if
does,
he took it that far.
He
Does
plays
he?
the chicken.
Yeah,
with
he
it.
does
plays
play
the
it.
game.
Oh,
He
he
does play
removed
He be
it.
doing the white boy humor?
Yeah,
the white
a
boy,
little bit.
yeah.
A little bit still.
Yeah. Oh wait, maybe no. This is Joe Budden. Does he have like a Joe Budden, just like a regular Joe Budden
On Twitter? or
page
IG?
that's just not his
Yeah,
Instagram
Yeah. Oh, no.
or not his podcast? Sorry,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only see the Joe Budden pod.
He's like, I feel like he gets shadow banned and stuff probably too. So maybe you gotta.
I don't know,
search
but I
specifically.
swear I saw something about like him mentioning being a dick sucker in his bio, and I'm like, that's OD.
There was also the
Lean into it.
the whole Drake Joe Budden stuff where there's a restaurant I believe in New York, and that is owned
Tatiana's. Yeah.
Tatiana's, which is apparently a big fancy restaurant in New York, and it is owned by Sin Santana's current fiance, I believe.
Yeah.
And Sin Santana is Joe's baby mom, and they're not together anymore. So, and I think Drake also has history with Tahiri, one of Joe's.
Drake has history with Tahiri and Sin Santana.
Yeah, exactly. So it's really
Both his exes.
it's really turning the knife in the wound type thing. And funny because a few episodes ago he called him a corpse, right? And now everybody's talking about this corpse. This corpse has life, you know?
But I feel like eventually Joe Budden really just has to thank Drake at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if we're being honest, the time that Joe Budden gets the most media coverage, the time that Joe Budden really gets his shit off is because of Drake.
Technically, every podcaster to an
but
extent.
Joe Budden rings it. Like
Yeah.
but my thing is, for someone who hates Drake so passionately, to have your show on the heels of any move, Drake could blink and Joe Budden is on it on his show. So for you to hate someone that puts so much content into what you make money off of doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
He has to be. He has a show to put on.
Because we all know that some of our best numbers have come from us talking about Drake. You know what I'm saying?
really.
Like, it is what it
And
is.
so does every other podcaster. So when everybody
100%.
says he's dead, or there's no more Drake and everything. The album just came out. You all had to talk about it. You're all going to get your YouTube ad revenue checks like in the end of the month and stuff like that. And you're gonna see where the spike was.
Like, no disrespect. When we talked to Maul about the Drake and Kendrick thing, and we talked about what did you and Drake discuss or text about when the disses dropped, that video got picked up by Elliot Wilson.
Yes.
We've talked to Maul about countless rappers, countless artists,
Right.
and no one gave a fuck.
Yeah.
But we talked to Maul about Drake, and they are cutting our clips before we do.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Me and Trey are still at work. Like, fuck, they got it before.
literally. So
Elliot
it's
works
like
hard.
at the end of the day, we know that whatever Drake is involved in, like it is that it is. He's a part of hip hop media. If you want to deny it or not, he is a big part of that.
The biggest talking point.
He is the biggest talking point. Like, I don't really know why Joe Budden gets his panties in the knot when it comes to Drake so bad. It's actually kind of weird.
It's not very self-aware.
It's very weird.
I mean, there's a lot of layers to it for him. Like, they used to be friends, you know? Like,
Were they ever friends, though? That's a strong word. Do you think they were actually friends?
They
They were
were
cordial at one point.
Yeah.
Cordial, I would say.
I
but
think
you
deeper than cordial. Because I've seen that video of Drake supporting like a Joe Budden show like outside or whatever.
Yeah, Joe
dapping
Budden
himself-
TV back when he
Yeah,
did YouTube
they
and
were
stuff.
cool.
Which is why I'm like, he doesn't hate him. He's very hurt.
I don't know.
That's why, or not hurt, like that's dramatic, but like there's layers to this. They were cool, now they're not. You fucked this girl, like, you know, you made the sneak disses on No Shopping or whatever. Like there's a lot for Joe to be upset about, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess, but I think
And he's rubbing salt in the wound. I love you know.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Budden is Joe Budden. The Melissa Ford thing, I don't know how I feel about Melissa Ford. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Why?
I don't know.
You don't think she's a legend from
I think she made a very good career move by linking up with JBP.
I guess, but like she just gets like
She was a
yelled at
potter
and-
before that too with Access Hollywood. Is it
Hollywood Unlocked. Yeah.
Hollywood
Yeah, yeah.
Unlocked.
Yeah.
Jason Lee.
Jason Lee.
Oh
yeah.
God,
Oh,
Jason Lee's a
Jason
scary
Lee.
one.
I didn't know about
But
that.
I just feel like Melissa Ford just like, I don't know. Maybe I just can't read her well, or but I feel like I don't take to her very well. I don't know what
You don't
it
think
is.
she's a legend from the Six?
I think she's a great name. I think she's a household name, 100%.
Yeah.
But something about maybe it's just like the JBP stuff. I just can't. I don't know why any woman would sit there and just have like some of the way they just like they yell at her and they like
kill her.
it's like sometimes like why are you putting yourself through that? You know what I mean? Like I've also seen like do they even like support her own podcast? You know what I'm saying? Like if I were to break up with something completely different, that's a very female led show. I feel like they don't really like uplift her in any way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Like, why?
so you guys probably watch Joe Budden podcast more than I do. Like,
I don't.
okay, well maybe
Rarely.
you two
Yeah.
do. So does she have like a victim dynamic out there? Like, is she the one getting like messed around with a lot?
It is a narrative for them to put that on her.
Oh,
Yeah, Joe does attack her from like time to time. To a point where he takes it too far, and you're like, "What the hell's going on?" But I guess
Really?
it's their inside joke, so it's a little different.
Okay,
That's how their
yeah.
And
dynamic
that-
goes.
Like they
but-
claim it as like a brother and sister kind of back and forth thing, but sometimes like the line gets way too blurry.
But that's also the premise of the Joe Budden podcast, where they take all their internal drama and they talk about it on the show, and that's the show. You know, they're talking about the argument that they had off air. So
It's like a meta thing that they have.
Yeah. Which is, I don't know, can be entertaining.
Yeah.
I get it, but I don't really know how I feel about it. But I mean, outside of, you know, the Drake stuff and the album, there was like a Toronto flip side with some politics where a Toronto artist, his name is John River, and he's very talented. I think I met him once.
Very good guy, too.
I met him recently, and he had some very nice things to say. Shout out to John
he's
River.
a good guy. He's
Most
a really
people
good guy.
can vouch, like, if you meet him, like, really cool guy.
Yeah, and you know, he had
And a
some...
dope artist, too. Like,
Yeah, he is a great artist, yeah. And he can rap, for sure. That's not even, like, debatable
Burn
either.
the Boats is a track. Shout out
Yeah.
to...
And he had some words to say that he posted publicly about
Revelations.
the party and the Drake album, and you know how he felt like some of the, I guess, ideas or like, you know, it's music industry bullshit, I would say.
Some of the creative.
Some of the creative he feels like was taken from him, you know. I feel like he felt that like they were trying to like little bro him very early on in his career when he was kind of on the come up as being a very like strong name coming out of Mississauga. Not Mississauga, by the way, Mississauga. Coming out of Mississauga, where Party's also from. He had some words, and it was picked up by other media outlets, stuff like that. I feel like, and people are like, oh, you guys didn't talk about it? I'm like, sure. I don't know much about the situation other than what he posted. I don't have any insight other than that. But I feel like that's just like, and I don't want to diminish his experience, but that's unfortunately how the music industry is sometimes. People are going to really try to little bro you. People are going to try to, you know, put you on the back burner to elevate themselves. People want to be the star of the show, right? So if Party has a mentality where it's like, yo, I see this guy out of Mississauga and he's doing great shit, I'm going to try to belittle him because I want to be the biggest out of my city. That's how the nasty music industry can get. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason. I'm not trying to say like that's how he is. I don't know. But there's a reason why Drake is the top artist out of Toronto. No one's come close. Like, if you like, there, to my point, there's no ethical billionaire. There's no you can't be
to
a
be
billionaire
him,
with,
you're gonna have some
you
skeletons
cannot
in the
be a
closet.
billionaire without exploitation. Sorry. So my point is, if you want to be the best out of your city, in your genre, whatever, there's gonna take some chess playing that if you're on the receiving end, you may not like. So I feel like he has the right to feel that way, absolutely. But I feel like that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. There's a reason why The Weeknd didn't sign to OVO. I don't think Drake would ever allow, and I don't want to say rightfully so, but if you play the business game, I don't think Drake would ever really want The Weeknd to be bigger than him in his own label.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He wouldn't be able to pull a Lil Wayne.
I don't think so. But also, like, with Lil Wayne, it's a little bit different because Lil Wayne was around since he was 14. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lil Wayne has decades
Lived
before
in the
he
culture,
put up Drake. Like, Lil Wayne has cemented.
And people forget too, like when Drake finally rose, I'm pretty sure the timing is like this. That's when Lil Wayne went to prison.
Yeah, and didn't Drake fuck his girl? But I couldn't blame Tammy.
But I do think that was misconstrued though, because he slept with his girl before then.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just talking shit. I just like saying that part. Anyways, go ahead.
Come on, Tammy.
So yeah, no, you're probably right. What you're saying, like Lil Wayne had so much experience in the industry, and he was ready to pass the baton.
Right.
Drake probably wasn't ready.
I don't think he was. Think about it, right? Drake, for the last 15 years, you can say Drake has been consistently at a very, very, very high trajectory. He's only been going up. But when The Weeknd came into play was what? 2010, 2011?
2011, I would say.
Right?
2010, 2011.
Drake wasn't peaked yet.
Right.
No.
He was definitely, he was building a name, but Drake wasn't peak in 2010, 2011.
And his peak, we're going to consider around
He had
Hotline
just
Bling.
dropped what? Take Care?
Around then, yeah.
Well,
no, he didn't drop Take Care yet.
Thank Me Later.
2011?
2010, 11?
2011
Take
November.
Care was 2011 fall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's when The Weeknd was also kind of coming up.
Nah.
A little before that.
So the trilogy dropped before Take
Yeah,
Care.
House of Balloons was before that.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, but my point is, I don't think Drake was anywhere ready. He wasn't in the Lil Wayne mindset to pass it off and have someone surpass it.
I agree.
He wasn't.
Yeah. I also don't.
To be
And
honest,
so you think that's what P&D was doing to John River?
100%. And to be very frank, I wouldn't either.
So I guess, I don't know did we explain it fully what John River was
Oh
saying?
no, maybe we should do that. Back,
Okay.
okay, rewind. Go ahead. You can do that.
So John River was saying that PND tapped in with him around, let's say, 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see if the post is still available. Go
Which
ahead.
is when John River had a song that was bubbling with like the towers in the back,
Yeah,
right?
with the Marilyn
Hope
Monroe.
City.
The absolute tower. Hope City 2, I think.
There you go.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
okay, I mean, we could read it because, I mean, it's public record. So this is a post from John River. He said, Party Next Door wanted to get on a call after my video went viral in the country. On this call that lasted around 2 hours, he told me he watched the video, which I think he's referring to Hope City 2, 20 times, and me in front of the Monroe Towers was labeled new, innovative, and iconic. The Monroe Towers are the towers that Party and Drake are posing in front of on the album cover. Why are you getting attention instead of me is exactly what he said. For over an hour, he then told me and tweeted, then deleted, that I needed to always pay him homage. You're young and you don't want to get blackballed. The rest of the call, he was fixated on every aspect and detail of my video, the towers, and my vision for the city. Multiple people were present. I told him I respect his music, but homage was strange. When another OVO artist asked me to sit down, he also began asking in depth about me, the Monroe Towers, my thought process, and all of my future music plans surrounding them. He then asked if I'd write for them, to which I said no. He never spoke to or saw me again personally. This started when I was a teenager and has been happening up to as recently as 6 months ago under the guise of admiration. I got 12 texts on Tuesday around noon, and then I saw the PND cover and I instantly knew what had happened and had been happening. I would never, ever claim to a freestanding building as my own. Telling someone after obsessing over their work you want to be involved, dissecting it, being rejected, and then stealing their identity and reselling it as your own is insane. Taking this further or any other direction will be painted as crashing out. I don't want anything. The Bible says speak truth against injustice, defend the poor, and fear no man. I don't care about anything else. Then he goes on to say, I love my city. They know where I'm headed and believe in my potential. Nothing else needs to be said. And then he posts the pictures of him in front of the towers, or like on the scale of the towers in Mississauga. And that was like more than 10 years ago. And then what they posted with the album cover now. So people are like, then there's been mixed reviews online, like, oh, he doesn't own the towers. Oh, you know, people take pictures in front of those towers. Like, I get it.
And then there's like the people that are just, see, Drake taken from another artist. Stealing from everybody.
But he didn't directly implicate Drake in any of that.
No. He named Party. He never named, he said Drake, he said Party, and he said
another
OVO
artist,
member, but he never said Drake, no. But my thing is,
it's enough proximity for them to create that.
Yeah.
people need to stop looking at it as black and white. I don't think it should be like, oh my God, you don't own these towers and you're crying versus Drake stealing. Like, it just sounds like very deep, complicated, political music industry shit. And when you're a smaller artist, or, you know, if you're an artist that's gaining traction like he was, you either are gonna get people that's gonna be like, hand you the baton, or you get people who's gonna smack your hand. And clearly, based on his story, Party smacked his hand. From what he's telling us. That's what I can infer. But that's music, that's industry shit. That's entertainment. That's a lot of life, period. That's corporate shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
it's like
Ball up top, you're saying?
yeah.
Yeah, shit.
And I'm not trying to diminish anyone's experience, by the way. I'm just saying, like, that's just shit that happens a lot of the time. I see that happen in my regular job all the time.
Yeah.
You know, you're next up. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get you da-da-da. Or no, actually, you got to put in extra hours. Or actually, you got to wait. Oh, no, you got to shadow this person. Like, you know what I'm saying? People are a little abrupt all the time. But it's up to him to break out of that box, which he's doing.
I also
Right?
think, though, too, like you said, like, there's some sort of, like, exploitation or negativity that you got to indulge in to be, like, that person, to be like him, to be a billionaire or whatever. Like, from what I know of John and, like, my interactions with him and stuff, he's a very communal sort of person and is about.
And he should
bigging
never
up the
change that about
community.
himself.
And like, this is something that I wonder about when it comes to artists that are like that, like at their core seem genuine and like are good people. I wonder, like, you kind of do need to at some point be evil to like.
But I've said that. I'll stand on
Which
it.
is like it's unfortunate because these are two great artists from Mississauga, from the city that, like, you know, we want, like, has so much great talent, and we want that showcased and displayed, and it sucks that that's how it transpires.
Yeah, and I've said this before. People think I fucking suck Drake's ass, which I don't. But I've said this before on the podcast. I don't think Drake is probably the best person. Like, generally, I don't think Drake, like I said, I don't believe you can be as big and as great and as rich as you are without having to slap a few hands down. You can't. Like I said, there's no ethical billionaire. So for you to be the greatest of a generation or time, I'm sure he's done some shit that can be looked at sideways.
Yep.
That's just basic. Like, can we just be humans for a second? Like, let's just think logically.
Absolutely.
You can't be this great person and be the best of the best. You can't.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Exactly. So I think people need to stop acting like, oh, I can be this great person. Like you can't. You gotta be a dickhead.
You can't be
You have to-
You can be the good
successful
guys, or
and
you can be the guys that save the world.
Yeah. It just doesn't. It just
Shout out to my
honestly.
Invincible watch.
That's really good.
You can't be giving handouts. You can't be pulling everybody up to also be the best. It just doesn't. It can't work.
So for
And
you,
some people are more comfortable choosing the side than the others.
so for you that works in corporate, you see that all the time. Then, yeah.
Absolutely.
So at that,
You think everyone's gonna get a promotion?
my follow up question is more of like, when you see that, do you know from yourself like, shit, I might have to be that one day?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
shit. My bad.
No, but you do.
Yeah, I
You
know.
have to come to listen. If I want to be a executive vice president one day,
Yeah. You're gonna step on some niggas' backs
no, I don't wanna
on your
say
way
step
up.
I don't want to say step on backs, but
then
you
stab 'em
gotta
at the same time.
No,
You see how popular JBP is, and you're like, oh, you see what he had to do to his co-hosts.
No. I wouldn't say, but I think you have to just. There's definitely levels, 100%. There's levels to it, but you have to maneuver differently.
Right.
The more you climb the ladder, the more you have to. You can't be this like amazing like Jay-Z's not that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
He knows how to move in a room full of vultures.
thank you. Wasn't there like a trend going around that Jay-Z only smiles when he's in pictures with billionaires?
That's
Shout out to Gilly that he said that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Right? So it's things like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like
You gotta
I
be a little
don't
Machiavellian.
a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
And I think I've accepted.
choice.
Like if you want to be up, you sometimes need to make very problematic decisions.
you have to play chess, not checkers.
Always, you have to play chess. Eventually, you're gonna be playing checkers until a chessboard hits you. You're like, oh shit, you gotta cut some throats.
I mean, game is game. You got to play it. That's all it is.
Simple as
That's
that.
all it is.
Am I gonna be mad at anyone for doing that? Not always. I mean, unless you're like completely like detrimenting the back or people's lives and stuff like that. But I mean, fuck, don't y'all niggas love Jeff Bezos?
Who?
I don't fuck with Jeff Bezos.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Bad shipping.
Like,
That's not.
Wait, who's
care
y'all
about
niggas? The people listening?
I just see men in general. Like, oh, Jeff Bezos, and they talk about Jeff Bezos.
Who's
and
bigging
Not
up
in
Jeff
this room.
Bezos?
I see people on Jeff. I see the internet all the time.
Yeah.
I see quotes from Jeff Bezos.
Men
and
in
this,
a general sense do tend to like big up other men that have a lot of money that they would like to be like or aspire towards. Like that is something that's on the internet.
LeBron
Red
stood
pill.
in a photo at All-Star Weekend and didn't even suit up. Why is he there?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to give up your spot,
'Cause he's
right?
the GOAT.
You don't.
Right? He doesn't want to give up his spot. That is a good metaphor for
Come on.
how these
Yeah,
people
that's
move.
right.
That's good. Yeah,
Come on, you know what I'm
Thanks,
saying?
Traps.
Yeah. That's real. And then and niggas idolize LeBron.
Okay, then.
There we go.
There-
Jeff
yeah,
Bezos
yeah,
is a
yeah,
reach,
yeah.
but
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Fine, make the business serious.
So we got that.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why did LeBron announce the day of that he wasn't playing? He stood in the photo shoot.
yeah, he wants to make it about him.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
We're
saying?
not giving that to Norm.
Yeah.
We're not giving Norman Powell that spot. Fuck
Oh, he
that.
was
Nah.
cheese.
Was he really?
I bet.
One season where I averaged 26 a game, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this about John Rivers' situation. Like, I do think he was being a little vague in the IG post, and there's gaps that he probably needs to fill there because it's still not
Does he
completely.
need to fill it though? It's
I
not
mean,
really
you're the
our
one
business.
that put it out. He's the one that put it out there, and it's not really connecting fully for me how like what P&D is guilty of exactly. And
It
so
sounds like P&D. It sounds like, just from what I'm inferring. Like I said,
Yeah.
this is literally just me being a consumer of public record.
Right.
I'm just inferring that it sounds like P&D was trying to, he saw him kind of coming up out the deep end, and he didn't throw. Like he said, "Okay, nigga, you gotta drown." Actually, like I gotta come out the deep end first, respectfully.
Right, I get it. He said, I want you to pay homage, but if that's it, the rest were literally inferring. So, I don't know. I mean, John River, if you hear this, I wouldn't mind calling you, brother. So we'll.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? So we'll see.
I mean, I don't want to push anyone to say things they don't want to say.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
And
sure
I'm
this
not.
is-
It's an open invite. You know what I mean? There you go. Hear your side. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't. When it comes to music industry, I'm friends with, songwriters. I'm friends with producers. I'm friends with guys who won Grammys. Like, I've heard some scary shit.
You heard some shiesty
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell you, Hollywood's not a good place, yo. I always tell you guys, I'd rather money than fame any day.
Yeah.
And if the money comes to Hollywood shit, God.
Nigga, I'd rather be rich than famous.
Yeah.
I don't think you have a choice, though.
I don't really like it. I don't really like the way the Hollywood is, but
It's usually one comes with the other
Yeah.
after you get one. You know?
yeah.
Did you guys used to believe in the Illuminati in high school?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
did.
you're one of those
did?
guys.
Oh yeah,
Really?
100%.
You
LeBron, Jay-Z. I thought the Rockefeller was Illuminati, but then I learned later it wasn't. But yeah.
What did you believe about it?
I was young, impressionable. I didn't know
Yeah.
better.
I would have not thought that about you. You know?
Yeah.
I thought
No, I
you'd
was
be
just
like-
young and impressionable.
So what did you actually believe the Illuminati meant?
It was like a secret cult, like eyes wide shut type of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But then
that's
you
crazy.
you later learned on it's just a diamond. It's just Rockefeller sign. It's not really the Illuminati sign.
But did you believe that like all the black like super up people were part of the Illuminati?
I didn't go that deep into it.
Okay.
I just knew like Jay-Z, LeBron.
Right. His Rock Nation crew.
Yeah,
the
Rock
Rock
Nation.
Nation brunch.
If
Rock
you're
Nation,
black and
yeah.
have money, then you are part of a satanic cult. Like that was
It
kind of the
devolved
premise.
into that at a certain
Yeah,
point.
I got there, yeah.
Basically. Yeah. So I guess
I wasn't.
I guess when they say you're selling your soul, it's more of like a metaphor for what these people really have to do. Like your ethics, you have to put them to the side.
Oh, for sure.
You sell your morals in order to get power.
Yeah.
People sell their morals for every day.
Some people don't have the character for that. Some people are just cohesing with where they are.
Listen,
So you're gonna sell your soul just a little bit to become VP.
No.
A
Hold
little bit.
on.
A little bit.
No. All I'm saying is, I believe in this world, everyone has a price when their back's against the wall.
Oh, that's 100% true.
I believe in that. I genuinely believe in that. And one thing, if you know about me, people will be like, "Yo, I would never do that." And I say, "Oh, I do to you guys, but what if I paid you X amount?
Yeah, you
But
like
what if I
doing
paid you that?" And then eventually you start to,
That's your bag.
you know what I'm saying?
Everyone
That's
has-
your bag. Just
yeah.
stop doing that with gay shit. But that's your bag.
There's no number for that. There's no number.
But people know. I always say, okay, but I just believe that everyone has a price if your back's against the wall.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everyone has a price, and everyone will think that, that could never be. I could never do that.
Right.
Yeah.
You could. You might cry about it later. It might haunt you, but you could do it.
Yeah.
You could do it. Maybe that's why Drake's stressed. Maybe he realized like, yo, I've done some crazy shit.
That's why he's giving out 50K at the concerts. That's probably it.
Yeah, maybe. You never. I'm saying you never.
But he's in
know.
Australia and drones are following him up to his penthouse.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh dear God. Okay. Well, speaking of Hollywood, do we want a culture source so he can give you guys his Hollywood and you both the Hollywood All-Star Weekend recap?
We're in San Francisco.
Yeah, All-Star Weekend.
Oh, okay.
Oh, because I said Hollywood.
It's a bit of a
I
stretch.
just meant you guys were moving Hollywood.
Oh, word, I got you.
So let me try to culture soar. Guys, please excuse the phone ringing.
Sounds good.
I gave him a heads up, so he better answer.
Hello?
Hi, you're tuning in to the Relentless Diaries podcast. This is Zoe calling.
Is this Nappy Boy Radio Live?
You're stupid. Anyways,
That was actually crazy. Do you remember that from the Kiss Kiss video?
yes.
Nappy boy. Hey. Pretty boy. Hey.
You're listening to Nappy Radio.
I made a tweet where I'm like, that fat dude at the beginning was talking about how like his life was in shambles and he wants and like
I got that brand new
he wants to kill himself, and then all the radio guy had to say was, I got that new Chris Brown for you.
My girl's supposed to leave. My life is over. I got that breezy for you.
What'd you say?
That's what he said at the end before they cut him off. What them boys gonna do for me?
Facts, he did say that, yeah.
Anyways, we're calling you because we're now moving into the recap of NBA All-Star Weekend. Mr. Hollywood
yes.
Glorilla.
Yeah.
Yes.
What you think of that
First
one,
off,
Drewski?
I want to say Mucho is hands down the funniest person I've ever met. And not like funny jokes funny. He's funny like how Zoe's funny. Like just the things that he does is so funny to just watch him live life. It is hilarious.
What did you do?
So I don't know where are we starting at?
We literally just got into the topic of NBA All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
Well, first explain to people why you're not sitting on this couch and I'm holding my phone up to a speaker.
Oh my gosh. Guys, this airport planes business has been a mess. If y'all don't know, there was a storm over the weekend.
We talked about
Was it the
that, yeah.
weekend?
Yeah, we talked
Yeah.
about it, yeah.
Mm.
So my flight, originally I was supposed to leave on Monday, and then that flight got canceled. Then I was supposed to leave on Tuesday morning. That flight got canceled. The next flight, Tuesday evening, that flight got canceled. I ended up having to buy another ticket, take a flight to Phoenix at 5 a.m., and then catch a connecting flight from Phoenix to Toronto. So that's why I'm not here. I'm not there. And then I came home, and obviously since no one was here, the snow, it was just there. Like, my car was literally stuck in the driveway. I was digging my car out the driveway for at least an hour. It's just a mess. And then I was driving my car, and you know how you know your car? I was driving it. I'm like, all right, something is wrong here. Mm-hmm. So I'm not even about to risk this and be stranded on the side of the road post-storm, fresh off the plane. I got to the airport at 3 o'clock this morning. Like, I've been up all day.
But I told you, when you texted me, because I said, bro, you're going to come home and your car is going to be buried because if no one shoveled your driveway, you're screwed. That's going to be 4 days of snow just sitting on your driveway and your car.
Yeah, and the snow gets cold and it freezes. Now it's heavier. Like,
and it's ice.
It was a mission. I was really trying. Like, that was insane.
Okay. Well, you can give your recap now via phone. So you can start from the beginning. What happened NBA All-Star Weekend?
All right, I guess we could go day by day. So I ended up going in on Wednesday to get ahead of the storm. So Wednesday, I didn't do nothing, but it was stupid raining. I don't know why every time I go to California, it's raining. Like, it makes no sense.
And it never rains there. Like,
exactly.
Even in San Francisco, my boy over there said it hasn't rained in months. Trezor comes, it's storming.
The last 3 times I've been in California, it has been like torrential rain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Wednesday, I just chilled. Thursday, I think the first event we went to was a New Balance event. And that's when Mucho came.
Yeah.
But at the New Balance event, that's also the event where I met Rich Paul. Mm-hmm. But this whole weekend was just a networking and finessing masterclass. Because we're just, you just have to walk up to people at that point. But also what I found is, I guess because these events that we were at were like semi-exclusive, not exclusive like no one could go, but it's like you kind of have to know about them to RSVP. So people in there were pretty receptive to talking because I assume people assume that, okay, if you're in here, like you did something to get here. So there wasn't really anyone I talked to that like wasn't down to talk to me. I had a pretty good reception from everyone, although Steve Stoute did page me, but we'll talk about that later.
Steve Stoute paged
you?
Yeah. What did Steve Stoute say?
Yeah, it was you'll understand his side. You'll understand his side.
Yeah, you'll get it. Well, I don't want to skip ahead. So, yeah, we're at the party. Rich Paul was there talking to some white lady or whatever. And I just went up to him. Every single one of these parties, I think maybe except for one, they were all open bar. So we didn't buy alcohol this whole, well, I mean, I didn't. So Mucho did, but you'll hear that story later. I just went up to him, introduced myself, just told him what I did. We were talking about Toronto and about
for people who don't know who Rich Paul is. Rich Paul is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, NBA agent.
LeBron's agent.
He's LeBron's agent.
Clutch Sports.
He owns Clutch Sports. He has a whole bunch of athletes under him.
Dating Adele.
Also, is he engaged to Adele? Engaged to Adele, I believe. So go ahead.
Big step up.
Yeah, but he was cool. He was chill. He was down to talk. I didn't want to talk his ear off, so I just said what I had to say. And then
what did you say?
Yeah, I told you. I told him what I did. Told him where I was from. We talked about Toronto for a little bit. He said how he loves it over there. And he's
Brandon Ingram's representative too.
Oh, really? Nice. So what did you exchange numbers? Like,
you think Rich Paul was gonna give me his number?
Well, I mean, if you're talking, then how are you moving forward? Like, what's the next step here, Rich?
Sometimes when you're networking, the initial interaction isn't the final interaction. This is more just planting the seed to where if I see him again, I could be like, hey, we spoke at this.
Okay.
To kind of just make yourself more memorable. Like, you don't necessarily close the deal the first time.
And
all
that's
the
by
time.
far the best
Especially-
play on the first day.
Yeah, especially if it's someone like that where probably 1 million people talk to them every day and probably ask them for stuff every day. So it's more about just being memorable.
Okay. Heard you.
And then after that, we went to this Pistons event. A very random. No, Mucho was like, "Yo, I got the RSVP for this party." We're like, "All right, cool." And then I saw on the email confirmation that it was a Detroit Pistons event with Skilla Baby. And I'm like, "Yo, you didn't mention this?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, like I forgot."
Yeah, it's a cool girl. She runs PR for Detroit. Her name's Tiana Marie.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, I met her at Afro Nation. So she's like, "Oh, link up whenever you're in town." I haven't been in Detroit since, but I saw she was in San Francisco. So I messaged her like, "What's happening?" And yeah, she was doing a Pistons party.
Yeah, Mucho, feel free to jump in whenever, because I'm just telling my side of the story. And
Yeah, I
then
mean,
after that,
so far,
we-
yeah, it's just keep going.
yeah. After that, we went to another party for something called Clutch Points, not Clutch Sports, Clutch Points, and Simbo was there.
Mm.
And
Who is that?
He's like a West
He's a
Coast
rapper.
He's,
He's a
like a
rapper.
rapper. He's pretty dope.
Okay.
So,
Damn, that all happened that same night?
yeah, this was all Thursday.
Damn.
He's very not like. Keep going. Keep going.
So we were all in there. We were like, "Oh, that's Simba. Cool." I don't know, somehow, because he was standing in front of the step and repeat, taking pictures with all these white folk. Somehow, Mucho ends up over there, and they're laughing and chuckling and talking, and then he calls me over, and now we're all taking pictures with Simba in front of the step and repeat. And at that point, too, I'm like, "Yo, I'm a creator, but I'm also a songwriter. Like, I know you probably don't take verses, but like, if you need hooks," he's like, "Yeah, send me all the hooks. Take my number down."
Oh, there
Alright,
you go.
Nice.
Boom.
Yeah, see, sometimes it works
See?
like that.
Yeah.
But this is where like Trezor's smart. Like he's only gonna ask for the contact info when he sees where he could be a value add. Like what is he
Yeah.
adding a value to Rich Paul in those 10 seconds? Not
Sign me.
all right. You see,
That is networking 101.
Yeah.
If you want someone's number or you want to make a contact with someone, you have to, like, there has to be a reason.
Yeah.
Like, no one's just gonna give you their number for no reason.
exactly. So that was quick thinking.
Yeah, so there was that. Mucho was screaming, "You're a legend," and I know that was a lie.
To you or to Simba?
To Simba.
To Simba.
Oh, come on.
I will say this: he has some of my favorite radio freestyles of all time.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, he is one of the best LA leakers freestyles ever.
Yeah, I might have been laying it on a little thick, but yeah.
Pause. Oh.
Well, that's a common.
Laying it on a little
Lay it
pressure.
on those-
Yeah, all right, pause me.
Okay. So you met
Alright.
Simba.
That's Thursday. Then Friday, fast forward to the night. I don't remember what we did during the day Friday, but we went to an Adidas party,
Oh,
and they were moving like that was Tao or the Supper Club or something.
that's the
way
hardest
that-
event I've ever had to get into.
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
Bro.
Adidas?
They-
it was
They
Adidas
were moving
sponsored by
like-
Dame
See, a lot
Lillard.
of Toronto people. did
Oh.
Yeah, they were moving like it was the club. So we had to do some finessing. Mucho definitely spearheaded that one, Mucho and Frida.
Yeah, Free and I for sure.
And we
They were trying to
And
get
you
in
know-
with Adidas Canada and shit. I'm like, these niggas don't know no Adidas Canada. Or they do, but they don't know enough to like get a red carpet.
Yeah.
Like, we just had to push and shove a
So
little
what
bit.
did you guys do?
So me and Frida pushed and shoved to the front. And then there's like 1,000 people outside damn near.
1,000?
500? I don't know. There's a lot of people outside.
yeah.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
shit.
So we had to push our way to the front. Yeah.
It went down, the line went like down 2 blocks.
Oh,
Crazy.
jeez.
You know what I mean? And then then we used the Adidas Canada card.
Was it
But
was it like a public event?
no, like people.
It was
was it?
It was a RSVP. It was either because the security made sure he made that known.
Yeah.
If you got invited by Adidas, come over here if you have RSVP, stay over here. It does not guarantee entry. Once he said that, I was like, oh, nah.
On repeat.
We're not waiting in this line.
Yeah, so I got to the front and I used the Adidas Canada card, but I also used one of the DJ's cards that was there. General Christian was there from Toronto. He was DJing. And then also Silent Addy, Addy Papa from Miami too. I call everybody I know.
I'm screaming.
And then we brought him in. I made them push and shove to get to the front too.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But you know what was funny? When I see people like that I see on TV or from shows that don't know me, I have to hold in my laugh because it's just so funny seeing them in person. So you know who was standing in front of us in that line?
Who?
Two dudes, the dudes from The Ultimatum, the crazy Guyanese looking dude and JR.
What?
Yeah.
From this season of The Ultimatum, JR and the, what's his name? The crazy one, the psycho one. Scotty! No way.
Yes, JR and Scotty. And I wanted to ask him, why'd you do that?
Yo, I would have been like, you psycho man. You devil man. Anyways, okay, go ahead. Wait, did they get in or were they outside?
I don't know.
We got in before them. We got in before everyone.
Damn, that's embarrassing. You're on TV, you can't even get inside.
Yeah.
That's
you have to be
nasty
forceful.
work. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, there's definitely hierarchies at parties. But yeah, so we get in, once again, open bar.
Yeah.
We're drinking, and this is where Mucho being funny started. Like, this event was so funny because you could really tell that Mucho is a real basketball fan because he was having conversations with the randomest people. Like, it's not like he's trying to go talk to Dame Lillard. Mucho spent 20 minutes talking to Greg Oden about who knows what.
Oh, Mucho, yo, the basketball fan in me is so happy.
Okay.
I love that.
So, Chizor, I'm going to say this because I was talking to a few NBA players
Tell me about them Buckeyes days.
that night, right? So when it comes to being a good value add, Trezor has the songwriter bag for sure. Like, he could really help a lot of these people out that maybe have like a face and a super name and stuff, but they're tired creatively and stuff. Like, they need that. Like, that's actually perfect. But to me, my value add is I'm gonna make sure y'all night is better once that you met me.
Okay.
That's my value add.
Okay.
You know, because I'm not used to being in these mixy situations like you and Trezor as well, right?
All right.
So I was almost treating it like talking to shorties.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
Which is
Okay.
which is
That makes sense.
Which is a kind of messed up way to think about it. But like
I get it.
But that's
I
my
get the
thing.
approach.
Like, if I'm seeing a girl that I just think she looks good or whatever, I'm like, all right, if I make her night more fun, she's gonna fuck with me.
Okay.
I go up there, give her a compliment on her fit or her hair or some shit, or be funny, whatever. Hi, bye, 5 minutes. I might be able to lock in with that girl later. That's how I think about it, right?
You know what you bring to the table.
Exactly.
All right.
So now, what I bring to the table when it comes to these athletes that are worth hundreds of millions or whatever, I know ball. Like, I know more basketball than 99% of people.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I could give these players their flowers in ways that they probably haven't like heard from like the random, oh my God, I'm the biggest fan. No, you're not. You don't really know these people. So I'm going up to Greg Oden.
What did you say to Greg Oden to give him his I really want to
Give
hear
background
this.
on who Greg Oden is, people who don't know.
Yeah,
please.
I'll give it right now. I went up to Greg. Oh, he was the number one pick in 2007.
Jesus.
Ahead of Kevin Durant.
2007, guys.
Yeah, ahead of Kevin Durant.
Okay.
He had a better college year than Kevin Durant.
He was projected to be Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I go up to him. I'm like, yo, a lot of old heads complain about the new NBA now. I disagree, but you're the last number one pick who was dominant in the low post, and that's why you got picked number one.
Oh my God.
I told him that, right? And then he's like a super humble dude. So he's like, nah, man, you play, And then I'm like kind of loudly like saying why he really is that dude.
Yeah.
And then I remember TC saw me from like across the room or whatever, and my boy Gus too, and they're like, why is Mucho arguing with Greg Oden?
Oh my God.
but we're just like aggressively agreeing or whatever.
That really is the perfect way to like
Yeah,
cut through for
that's
a guy
the-
like him.
And then like
Perfect question, yeah.
like it was like at 20-minute convo, like, yo, where you from? Whatever, blah, blah, blah. Toronto, yo, next time you're out here, what like we got a pod, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, like and now
pod.
Greg Oden and I are tied in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Turn up.
But so I'm gonna tell you that how the night progresses after that, right? I'm tied in with Greg Oden. He's laughing already. I'm tied in with Greg Oden now, right? And I'm seeing all these NBA players and stuff, and I'm still using the same philosophy. Let me go up to these players, tell them something they haven't heard before. You know what I mean? Okay. I see Evan Mobley.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I see Evan Mobley. I'm like, yo, I'm a huge Raptors fan. I know our fan base pits you against Scotty Barnes, but I'm very like proud of the season that you're having and stuff. And like, I don't care what them niggas say. I wouldn't mind having you either. You know what I mean? And he dashed me up, bam, bam, bam.
And he was
He's like,
jacking that? All right,
his
cool.
boys are with him. He's like, yeah, man, come on, man. You like hyping him up. I'm like, yeah, bet.
Him
Okay.
and Scotty are always
Nah, at this point, I'm like, yo, I can talk to any NBA player.
Yeah, you're in
You're 2 for 2. Yeah, you're ready to go.
mode. Super
Like,
glaze.
you could call it glazing. I call it giving flowers. I call it giving flowers.
This is where he got greedy.
This is where it goes left.
Nigga went up to Dame.
Right here, this is where it goes left.
Okay.
I'm going to said open bar that we're talking about, right? It's like at the side, whatever, and then like right behind, it's like Dame Lillard section or whatever.
Right.
But Dame Lillard's, you know, he's doing his thing. He's networking with like it looked like execs and stuff because I think it's low key his event.
Yeah.
And so I was leaving him alone or whatever. I'm not trying to say hi to Dame Lillard. But then I was having a drink with Free and Free, that's Chizor's manager. And she was saying how cool it would be to get a picture with Dame Lillard.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Right?
Okay.
But now, like, I just take my shot. I forget about my philosophy.
I'm getting the ink.
It's 2 a.m. now, right? It's like 2 a.m. It's like it's almost like let out time, right? It's getting late. I go up to Dame Lillard, like, man, I'm walking confidently. I'm like,
No.
hey, Dame, you mind if you do me a favor?
Oh my
Not
god.
the favor.
Bro,
The
Dame Lillard looks at me dead in the eye. He's like, I don't do favors for niggas at 2 a.m. and then walks off. I swear to God, he leaves the event after that.
Oh my god.
I got too confident.
He said it's Dame time. I don't answer
He said it's Dame
questions.
Yo, what my what?
So then, when Mucho tells me this, I'm like, why would you say that? Why wouldn't you just say, hey, can you take a picture with her?
Yeah, bro.
Like, why did you put a follow-up question?
A favor?
Like, yeah. Like, who's, they're not even just famous. If a random person you don't know comes up to you and says, hey, can you do me a favor? You're automatically going to be caught off guard. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm saying the same thing Dame said now. If somebody asked me that.
That's a fire. It's a fire response.
That was amazing. I had to salute him after that.
I don't do favors for niggas at 2 a.m.
That is
Holy
crazy.
shit. Yo. That's nasty work.
It
Mucho.
is.
Like you almost like what's that game where like it's like Deal or No Deal. Like you're already doing well, and then you pick the wrong breed. And it's like, bro, why? Like you should just went home with your 20K, but you wanted to get 50.
And I got 0.
Oh my god!
Yeah. He could have kept working his way up because other people were in there too, like Grady Dick and all of them were in there, and like NBA. There was just mad NBA people roaming around. He could have worked up to that, but he skipped a bunch of steps. He skipped mad steps, so that was hilarious. Then, I see a white dude with like the Justin Bieber-ish haircut, and he turns around and it's Murder Beats.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Yo, everybody was there.
Yo, what was your line for Murder Beats?
I went up to him. I'm like, yo, what's good? And you could see like you could see the wheels turning in his head.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, I'm a creator and I'm from Toronto. And he's like, oh, yeah, okay. Like, yeah, like I know you. Like I've seen your stuff. In my head, I'm like, all right, cool. That's blessed once again. yo, I songwrite. If you need some stuff, holla at me. He's like, yeah, take my number down. Wow. Get his number too. I'm doing my rounds. This one's for all the streamers. I see your Rage. I talked to Rage.
I almost hung up the phone.
Damn.
I was gonna say, where's Duke Dennis, bro?
Other streamers, though.
Funny enough, I think I saw everybody except Duke. I saw Agent. I saw Chris. But yeah, I think Duke was just in and out. But anyways, so yeah, that party was hilarious because I can't believe Mucho actually said. Oh, and another NBA fan thing. I have a picture in my phone of Mucho and the guy who broke the Luka Anthony Davis trade.
Shams.
Oh yes, I saw that.
That's a big pick. Okay.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
A good pick with Shams.
A very niche pick, yeah.
He definitely did say he knows Brampton.
Yes, you put that in your caption.
Yeah.
I remember
He's
that.
dropped some news about Tristan Thompson before, yeah.
Shout out to my Indians.
Glorilla was there. I think Saweetie was there. It was just a lot of people up and down that.
Yo, Glorilla was everywhere Dame was at.
Really?
If Dame was there, Glorilla was there.
Ooh, maybe that's a sign. Maybe they are actually.
That's
a
all
thing.
I'm saying.
You're TMZing right now.
Right? Yeah, Glow. Either she's stalking him or they're a thing on the low.
I'll let you put two and two together.
So then Saturday comes. This is where it gets hectic. So actually that night from after those parties is when I took the Waymo, and the Waymo is the self-driving car. That's how I got that video, which, by the way, that is still insane to me. I don't understand how it works.
I would have never gotten into that car. You guys wouldn't have got me into that car.
It's kind of scary, yo.
Yeah, there's no way.
Tresor, I was saying before you got
Were you on the
phone-
highway? Sorry.
No, it doesn't take the highway.
Oh, okay.
No, it doesn't go on the highway.
Okay.
Tresor, I was going to say your Snapchat story was one of the most entertaining pieces of content that I got to indulge in this weekend. Large in part because of the driving car. Oh my God, bro. I was dying watching you guys in that.
Yeah, that I don't get it. Lost for words. But yeah, so Saturday, the first event we go to is it's a Henny day party. But this was actually the only event, and it doesn't make any sense. This event was not open bar, and it was a Hennessy party.
The event was. I've been to Henny's event at All-Star Weekend. They were always open bar, but they had like VIP rooms where like they had like the most expensive Henny. Only certain people can go in, but it was open bar. That's nasty.
Nah, this one in the day, it was like it wasn't necessarily a party. It was like a 2-on-2 matchup with Asia Wilson was emceeing, and it was like Chelsea Gray and like a few other WNBA players. They were hooping while people are just standing around drinking Hennessy around watching them. And that wasn't open bar. It was like $18 for a drink. Jeez. And I was like, yeah, you're bugging. So we didn't do that. Of course, other celebrities are there too. Victoria Monet, Jordan Woods was there. There's a whole lot of people. So then All-Star Saturday night happens.
Yeah, we saw your little. Hey, Drewski, what do you think about this dunk? Go ahead.
But listen to the finesse, though.
Yeah, let me tell you what happened. So we got plugged through someone else. I won't reveal my sources yet. I don't know if they want to be revealed. So, but only me and Free could go. Like, it was only 2 tickets. But our tickets, they were good seats, but where I was, that was not where I was supposed to be. And this is where the finesse came into play. But it was good seats. We were in the 100s. I think we were row 2. So, like, it was good seats. It just so happened that we were hungry. We went out to go get food into the concourse. And I saw my dude, Ari, and this guy named Chris. I think his name is Chris Staples. He's a professional dunker. So.
Oh, okay. It's the guy's team that we saw on the line the day before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I saw them. I'm like, yo, what you guys got going on? They said, oh, Chris is doing a brand deal with Threads where he's like live tweeting or whatever they call it. We're about to go down to they call it the party deck. I think that's what it was called. And once again, like I've said, yo, closed mouths don't get fed.
Period.
I'm like, yo, can we slide with y'all? They're like, yeah, pull up. So whole time I'm thinking it's not really gonna work because they have tickets on their phone. So we go down the elevator. They're showing the security people the tickets that he's kind of swiping through. But because it's also weekend, there's a lot going on. So you know when like security guards are kind of distracted? So they're putting on wristbands on everyone. I kind of just like stick my hand out. and they're like, oh, these guys are with you? They're like, yeah. And they just give us like full access VIP courtside wristbands. So now they're taking us to where the seats are, but the skills competition is going on at this time. So we get stuck like in the tunnel, like where the players come out. Like we're standing right there. So I'm standing there. That's where I was taking the snaps with Jello Ball about to come out and perform and like all the players. That was funny, by the way. That was hilarious. So there was like a little stanchion that apparently Meta rented out. So the party deck was like Meta's suite. So we're in there and you could tell there's like some TikTok people, Instagram people, and the execs or the reps or whatever. And you could tell that the reps were kind of like, who are these people?
Oh, jeez.
But
That's the worst feeling.
yeah, exactly. You just feel so uneasy
That
because you're
happened to me
waiting.
at the Rihanna after party in 2017 when I was at Paris Fashion Week.
Oh, they're giving you looks?
Yeah, they're like, who? And I'm like, ah! And I just had to circle towards the back of the booth because I was like, oh my God, if I get kicked out of the booth, I'll have to die. I will have to die. Sorry.
Word.
It's the worst fear.
So we made it work though, because Free talked to the girl and the girl's like, okay, yeah, like, you know, I apologize. I don't want to seem any type of ways. Just, it wasn't necessarily about us. It's just she got word that there was just too many people up there. So they settled the situation and it was cool. But there was kind of like a halfway lie, not even halfway, it was a lie that I kind of had to keep up. Because, you know, I'm talking to the Meta people, you know, trying to make my contacts because that's what was going on over there. And she was like, oh, she asked me, who's your contact? Like, who's your Meta contact? Because she wanted to send me the Meta Ray-Bans. She's like, oh, who's your contact? I'll get your info from them. I was like, I just remember the dude that brought us in is the professional dunkers contact. His name was Raul. So I was like, oh yeah, Raul. And she's like, okay, yeah, we'll get your stuff from Raul. But I'm like, damn, now I'm in a predicament because I want those glasses, but Raul has no idea who I am. He's not my contact. So anyways, we decided to really use the perks of this because they went to go get food in the courtside lounge. That lounge is insane. I have never in my life seen open bar 1942.
Ooh.
That's how you know those people were dropping money.
Yeah.
It was unlimited food, unlimited alcohol, Henny 42. It's sushi, chicken wings, burgers, everything. I'm like, yo, I could get used to this.
It's like the most valuable company in the world. They gonna drop bread.
So this is when it starts to get interesting because the dunk contest is about to start. I'm still kind of standing on the little stanchion, and Drewski is standing by the railing, but on the outside of it. And you know how when the dunk contest starts, everyone kind of crowds around the court?
Yeah.
So people slowly started crowding around the court, but down there, remember, you have to have like the all-access wristband to be down there. So it's like Steph, Giannis, Donovan Mitchell, Coco Jones. But like them and their families. By the way, are they dating? They have to be dating.
Who?
Because they were Donovan Mitchell and Coco Jones. They were like hug up the whole weekend.
Yes, they are.
Oh wow.
Look at us dropping tea. Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so people were crowding around. Drewski went up there, and I'm like, all right, whatever. So I kind of just go, and I'm standing there beside Drewski. And we kind of just get to small talking. Like, I'm cool with one of his friends. You know, that was my in.
That's
like, I'm cool with one of your friends. So we're there small talking, chit-chatting, whatever. Malika Andrews comes to watch the game. I mean, to watch the dunk contest.
Oh, that's your fake
and
boo?
she just ends up standing beside me. You know, so, and she's really nice too. Like, we're just small talking, just laughing, whatever. Cameron Brink comes. For the people who don't know, she's the really tall white girl that went crazy last year in NCAA. She comes and she's talking to Malika, and it kind of formed a little circle. And once again, I was surprised that, like, these people don't know me from a can of paint, but they were like, it wasn't, you know, when people kind of like block someone out of a conversation, they turn their back to them. It wasn't one of those situations. They invited me in the circle, so we're all just kind of talking. And that's where I took that video, because there was no way that I was leaving that without showing what is going on right now. There's no way.
You got to know the right time to pull out the phone.
Exactly. It couldn't be. I had to time it. I had to time it well. It couldn't be too early, but it couldn't be too late when everyone's busy. It had to be when people are still engaged, but it doesn't look weird that I'm putting people on camera.
Right.
So I got a pretty good, decent moment. And it sucks that you have to do that. But as a content creator, this is the thing about just being in the entertainment industry, which is what they call having to play the game. Because it's like, now indirectly, because I'm in these rooms and I'm associating with these people take me more serious, which leads me to more opportunities and getting more money, because they see that I'm in, if he knows Drewski and he's talking to Malika, then he must be worthy of XYZ brand deals and stuff like that. So you kind of have to show the people that you're around, at least at the beginning.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me fast forward. Mac McClung is insane. Seeing those dunks in person is insane. Everyone else sucked.
Wait. Relax on Stephon Castle.
Oh yeah, no, he was decent too. He did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
So the Glorilla thing that Zoe's talking about, guys, if you don't follow me on Instagram, once again, another little type of finesse. Because when the game ends, all the NBA players and all the celebrities and stuff go on the court. The security is actively telling people, if you don't have a lanyard, you can't get on the court. But once again, the security's arguing with people. I kind of just slip by and get on the court, and I'm just small talking. AJ DeBansa, who's the number one player in the country right now, him and his dad there, I'm small talking them because he's also half Jamaican, half Congolese. Oh, that is a very tall kid, by the way. I feel like they say he's 6'9". He's way taller than that. That kid is a very tall kid. So I think Glorilla was talking to Malika Andrews, who happened to still be standing beside me. And then her security guard started talking to me. So we're having kind of small talk. And then she kind of came in the conversation, and we were kind of small talking a little bit. And I was just like, can we take a pic real quick? And she's like, yeah, sure. Because also, this was another thing where it's like, if you're on the court, you're supposed to be on the court. So realistically, you can ask anyone for anything on the court, and they were very receptive to it.
Right.
So I just took a quick little selfie thing because I didn't trust her security to take the picture.
Yeah, your hand was shaking like a leaf. That picture is so blurry. I was like, please.
But you see, the thing is, I'm just a guy. I'm just a chill guy. I took one photo. That was it. Like, I pulled out my phone, I went click, and I put my phone away.
That's crazy.
I didn't do the multiples. I didn't try and get.
Wait, Glorilla, one more. Nah, you're not doing that.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. You can't do that as a guy. As a girl, you can get away with it.
Yeah.
As a guy, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can feather.
Yeah, but now let's get back to Mucho now.
Oh shit.
So
yeah, hurry up because my arm is tired. Oh my god.
Yeah. I'll explain. All right, so I'll tell the Steve Stoute story first, and then we'll end it off with Mucho just being hilarious. So we're at Stephen Curry's after party, and we get upstairs because Free's cool with Steph's stylist. Everybody's walking around. Steph's pouring people shots. Draymond's there chatting up a storm, whatever. So I see Steve Stoute. If you guys don't know, Steve Stoute is the CEO of United Masters, and he was like very critical in early 2000s hip hop. So I go up to him, and mind you, I've just been shooting shots all week. I go up to him. I'm like, oh, hey, Mr. Stoute, I'm just already this and that.
Stoute.
I went to the United Masters Summit before, blah blah blah. I'm with a different distribution company. I'm with DistroKid. So I told him, I'm like, yeah, I'm with DistroKid, but I was wondering if there's I can't remember what I said. I said something along the lines of I was doing brand deals for DistroKid, but I would love to do brand deals for United Masters. Is there like a marketing person that you could direct me to, and I can have my team like talk to them? So he's like, so you're with DistroKid? I'm like, yeah. He's like, who do you talk to over there? Like, who's the label person over there? I was like, we don't have one. I was just doing brand deals. He's like, so you don't see a problem with that? Like the people that are distributing your music, like you can't talk to anyone? I'm like, yeah, like you're right. That's why, I'm trying to, make some shake, figure something out. He's like, and then he goes, do you even have the United Masters app on your phone? I was like,
Shit, he's calling you on your shit.
I was like, no. And he's you can tell he's just one of those old school New York, like older guys.
Yeah.
He's like, so you want me to give you somebody's number and you don't even have the app on your phone? You're wilding. Like, he said it just like that. And I paused for a second and I was like, you're right. That's fair. Like, I can't say nothing, and I just walked away.
Oh, come on!
You have to hold that.
Oh my God.
Steve Smith. Wow, Steve
There
Stoute
was
yelling,
nothing
"You're
else I could say
wild!"
at that point.
He
There
yelled
was no
it?
way to save.
Damn near.
There was no way to save that conversation.
Oh wow! Damn.
So yes.
So you
that's-
and Mucho were 0 for 1 with Steve Stoute and Dame Lillard.
Yes.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
almost even cooler
that
getting
was
yelled at by
my-
Steve Stoute at a party. Like, that's cool. That's shit.
That was my I got too greedy moment. But in my defense, like me and Mucho were talking about, it's like there's so much going on and you're just like elevator pitching yourself to so many people. Like, I don't have time to make sure I'm coming correct to every single person I talk to. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have time for that.
Yo, y'all lucky I wasn't there.
Why?
Cause when I get liquor in my system, I go up to every and anybody.
Go up there, yeah. I mean,
Bro,
Yeah.
you're also a woman too.
that's true.
It's just a little
But
different.
I be talking
it's
to
way
everybody.
easier.
That's how I
Yeah,
met everyone at what year was it? That 2019? The 2019 and 20? The Drake, whatever Drake's first OVO party, like Meg Thee Stallion, Chris Brown, when Chris Brown first came to Toronto.
2019.
Bro, I was in that after party. Like
Yeah.
I organized it.
Yeah.
That's over to Chris Brown. Like, oh my God. And
Right.
Bro, I was in that bitch lit. Like, I was offering to get them shots. Like, I
Yeah.
knew where the kitchen was.
Nah, yeah.
Like, deadass.
Honestly, it would have been cool if you were there too, because like, if you're going up to Chris Brown, his guard is down.
Yeah.
Like if I'm going up to him, even whoa.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true.
A level of vulnerability.
Anyways, let's get to why Mucho is funny before my arm
Bro.
cramps.
So there's two separate moments that made me say, yeah, Mucho's the funniest guy on earth. No, 3. So the first one, Mucho is 100% African. Like, he is so African, and he's African because anytime he got on the phone, no matter if we were in a restaurant, if we were taking transit, we were in an Uber, we were in a house, his voice gets 10 times louder on the phone. No matter where we are. Like, it got to the point where we were getting food at this Vietnamese place, and Mucho was on the phone, on FaceTime, talking to someone, and Mucho's friend had to be like, yo, Mucho, like, everybody can hear you.
Jesus.
I gotta work on
He's
that.
screaming. He is screaming on the phone. Number 2,
Wait, has
So-
anyone ever heard Mucho pick up the phone when someone's at his house?
No.
Bro, Mucho will pick up like, yo, come in. 99999. And I'm like, yo, why are you screaming for this person to get into your house? He was like, oh yeah, so-and-so's downstairs. I'm like, yo, but why are you yelling?
Word.
Literally.
He yells. So number 2, we went to like go to the Golden Gate Bridge and stuff. So we ended up taking a transit. So we're on the bus. A group of kids, they couldn't be over like 6 years old. A group of kids comes on the bus with their like camp leader. She looked like she was like 19, 20. Like, she looked fairly young. So somehow Mucho and this little white kid start having a conversation. And Mucho does not know how to not swear, even in front of little children. Like, he's having a conversation with these kids, and he's swearing up a storm.
Oh my God.
Mucho.
What's wrong with you?
But he was fucking with me though. He was fucking.
Yo!
Like, even the counselor was like looking at him,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry."
No, I said, shit, my bad. Shoot, my fault.
Oh my God. Please be
And
so
then-
for real.
It was hilarious because the little white kid said, "Yeah, I'm one of the junior counselors." He's like, "Oh, okay." And then he looked at the girl, and he was like, "Oh, so I guess you're the senior counselor?" She just turned her head.
Oh my God.
You come here often with these little guys?
Mucho, you are never serious, brother.
No.
That's 2. And then 2.5, we were in an Uber. This Asian man
Oh no.
was our Uber driver. Mucho gets on the aux and says, I know a song that you're going to like.
Oh no.
And then proceeds to play. Mucho, what's the song? What's the song called?
Who You Fooling by Gunna.
You know what?
Oh, come on,
That's
Mucho.
funny. That's really funny, though. I thought it was going to be worse. I thought it was going to be worse than that. That's funny, though.
Oh my
my
God.
He was fucking with it though. He was fucking with you.
You didn't know that until you played it.
Exactly.
He is insane. And then the third and final thing is Mucho left from his homie's crib to go to the airport. Mucho wore my shoes home. Mucho is a size 10. I am size 12.
That's crazy.
Yeah, come on.
That's crazy.
No.
Now I seem like I'm okay, go ahead.
How do you not notice that you put on a shoe that is 2 sizes bigger than your foot at no point in time?
Because we both had white Air Forces. That's not what happened. I wore my Doc Martens, but I put yours into my luggage.
Oh.
Oh,
I did-
I thought you wore the shoe.
Sorry?
I thought you wore
Nah.
the shoe.
I would
That
have
would be insane.
Yeah,
more
that's
reasonable.
like special needs. No, I was.
Mucho.
That's fine. That's fine. You can say special.
I didn't say the R word. And
Oh
then,
my God.
Well, no one was thinking it until then.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So yeah, that's why.
But that's all. That's the main parts. Zoe's arm's tired. I didn't know it's been 44 minutes.
Yeah. The two things that I want to discuss are Tresor had sent me 2 Snapchats on the low.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that.
Tresor was sending me little snaps out the weekend. You know, look at this, blah, blah, blah. The 2 that stood out to me was Mucho was bubbling a girl to Future.
Oh.
Like slow whining this girl to Future.
What
that
song?
was strike. I remember what song it was.
You know we doing that's TikTok. That's TikTok.
You were
Was it
TikTok?
TikTok?
Madness.
I actually don't know.
Oh my
It was
God.
probably
Yes,
just
it was
TikTok,
March Madness.
bro.
I remember
Okay.
it was March Madness.
Alright.
Dirty soda and stuff.
that's crazy.
Dress it up. Like, are you kidding me?
In my defense, American women are tricky.
Oh my God.
Like American women, I'll dance to like the dance hall set or whatever. But in America, that's like 2 songs or whatever. And then they turn up even more when the trap music plays.
Yeah, American girls
With-
bubble to trap, which is the most disgusting thing.
Yeah,
ever.
with Canadian women, it's a mutual agreement. Let's chill now, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
This girl arms gets tighter, and then they go even crazier because they're used to bubbling to trap music.
That's the worst thing.
So
ever.
I have to, like, you really got to put your foot down if you're the guy in that situation. And
we
I was,
cannot bubble to this.
that was too many tequila.
You
I
can't
was-
bubble to
my-
Dior. No.
Yeah.
That's nasty work.
I would page myself if I saw myself in that video.
And then the second video that stood out to me that I received was you I wouldn't say hitting on, but you were in a deep conversation with Victor Wembanyama's mother.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
That one I was like, all right, get this guy home
Yes,
immediately.
go on. What
Get
books
this
he
guy
reads in that?
home immediately. Like it looked like literally like strangers at a bar. Like, hey miss, can I buy you like deep conversation?
Like, was
And
his position,
the
like body language?
Yes, like he was
Like,
facing
voulez-vous
her.
coucher avec moi?
And Tresor's caption was, why is he talking to Victor Wembanyama's mother? And it was Mucho
That's
and this
funny.
white lady just in deep conversation at the bar.
All right, so I got to explain myself for that one. But essentially, the last party that we went to, that was Sunday night, right, Tresor?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I forgot who sponsored it, but it was like a
It was a rap.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it was like a rap party for the NBA production team.
Oh yeah, you've told me that 10 times. Yeah. So the team that produces All-Star Weekend or whatever, all the people behind the boards and stuff, they went to this hotel party afterwards to just have fun because they concluded the whole thing, right? And so as we're going up the elevator, there's this white lady that looks confused or whatever. And so I guess she's asking like, what's happening, blah, blah, blah. And then I realized that she has a French accent. And so, yeah, I speak French. So, I'm doing small talk in French or whatever.
I see the middle ground,
like,
yeah.
yo, how's your weekend been? Blah, blah, blah. This is good. Okay, cool. And then I assumed she just goes to find a room or whatever because I feel like she was just trying to go to her room, but then the party was like on a floor below or something. And so I'm talking to TC after, and then he's like, yo, you better go keep talking to her. That's Victor Wembanyama's mom.
Oh my God.
So TC instigated all this.
wow.
I didn't know any of this. I didn't ask who, like...
Just be polite.
And so, yeah, these guys were talking to Guy Fieri.
Oh my God.
You guys had a weekend, eh?
Right? What the hell?
And then I see her at the bar or whatever. Then I go, just talk to her, like, just like, hey.
In French the whole time?
Yeah, in French the whole time.
Oh,
just
wow.
like you talk to any other human, you know what I mean? Like, you speak French, your son is going to be the face of the league. Like, this is interesting. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
And yeah, we were talking for a while or whatever. She ordered 2 things of cognac.
Oh.
Because she's
For you
French,
and her?
right? Yeah.
Oh.
And so, yeah, I don't know. We're just talking and stuff. And then she was talking about how she didn't like how Wemby did that thing on Saturday.
Oh,
How they cheated out the
Yeah.
skills competition?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she wasn't a fan of it. I sang for Toronto. Like, we wish we could have drafted him or whatever. And
On behalf of Toronto Raptors.
facts.
We would have loved your son.
We would have loved your son.
And then she was like, yeah, we're a big fan of Messiah and stuff. So, I was like, yeah, because like
Oh.
African connection and stuff.
Imagine Mucho is the reason why Victor Wembanyama comes to
That's some of the
Toronto.
best news I've heard basketball-wise, that he likes Messiah. Okay, I'm gonna sleep on that.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like the African connection though.
Yeah, no, I see
Yeah,
that, but
because he does like Giants of Africa.
his
and
mom says that though.
Wembanyama is half Congolese. And I'd be like, hey, listen, when that contract ends.
Oh my God.
But nah, like, she's just being a good mom to her son or whatever. Like, just small talk or whatever. But yeah, it was cool. It was like a little convo. And then that was the party before we went home. That's it.
I'm screaming.
Y'all met everybody.
Right? What a time. Okay, just sorry I'm hanging out. My arm is falling asleep.
All right, y'all.
Okay, bye. That's wild.
Yeah, it was
That is
crazy.
very insane. I don't know what's worse, the bubbling to future or
The Dame Lillard.
You Dame Lillard.
Dame
Dame
Lillard is
Lillard.
insane.
Like,
What did you say? Can you do me a favor, big guy?
No,
no big
I'm
guy.
putting that on it. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I literally said, yo, Dame, can you do me a favor? Yeah.
Yo,
I
Dame,
don't
can
do
you
favor
do
I
for
think, like you
niggas
said, a
at
switch
2 a.m.
confidence
Did you
in when you
actually
said
say
it,
like, I'll do
right?
favors for niggas at 2 a.m.?
Yeah.
Niggas.
And then left. And then actually left. It was the let out, fine, but then he left.
You really may have been too confident because if you were more fanish, like
Yeah.
he may have been like,
Yeah, I was
oh,
like
okay.
super familiar. Like he owed me some.
Shut it! Say what's your price. Now let's say you owe.
Dame, it's about time. You do me a favor.
Literally,
I'm
that's
trying to be all
crazy.
slick.
It's funny because I've met Dame Lillard before too, and he's very
Oh my God, you really?
yes. What? Yes, I've met Dame Lillard before, and he's very what's the word?
Standoff.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's not very easy to converse with.
No, I didn't see him smile once.
Yeah, he's not easy to converse with at all.
I can see that, yeah.
He's not easy to
Is
converse
he very
with.
close to the chest? Like he's very.
Yeah, like he almost makes it feel like you're begging
Oh.
when you talk to him, and it's like, yo, nigga, I don't really want to talk to you that. You know what I'm saying? Then me being me, I'm like, I want to try to talk to you like that, so I'll move away. I'll over talk.
Do you think he's antisocial?
I don't know, but I saw like girls. You know how girls are, and you know,
yeah.
and he was just like not giving zero type of attention. And I was like, I'll be damned if this nigga tries to not give me attention. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
You saw that energy and went, nope.
Literally, absolutely. But you know who's very easy to converse with? Carmelo Anthony.
Really?
Carmelo Anthony, we had a conversation for a really long time.
Oh, I
this
can
was
see
like
that.
a couple years ago.
I could see him being super like down
when
to
he
earth.
was on. Oh, when he played with Dame on the Trailblazers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were the environments different from when you met Dame?
No, it was the same event.
Oh,
It was
I
the
did.
same event.
Okay.
Just Carmelo was open to having a very long conversation, and Dame Lillard was not.
NBA players that have podcasts tend to be talkers.
Yeah. Carmelo's
Yeah.
really nice. He's a really nice guy, and he's really nice to talk to. Dame Lillard, not so much. Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
This is very
It
weird.
makes sense now.
But I mean, NBA All-Star in general, from a you should make sense now. From a regular consumer point of view,
Right.
what?
Damn.
That's what the weekend was. From a consumer, as someone that likes the NBA, that looks forward to All-Star Weekend, you get to see your favorite guys. As someone that really likes that and is a fan of that, that's my that's how
It
how I
giving.
feel about it all.
It wasn't giving.
Yeah.
The dunk competition was but I feel like
What?
people
the dunk
McClung.
competition, that was the highlight.
Yeah.
This was
no,
better
it
than
wasn't.
last year.
It wasn't. It was the highlight for a not good weekend.
Oh,
Sure.
I
You know what
see.
I'm saying? Like, okay, it was the highlight, but there wasn't much to highlight.
It was the best of the worst.
Yes, exactly. My thing is the dunk contest has not been good since 2016, since it was in Toronto with Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon.
Right.
So ever since then, we haven't had a good dunk contest.
Right.
And this year did not do it. I mean, Mac McClung, yes, sure, he's
Don't say yes, sure. Those were some of the best
are
dunks
the
you've ever
best
seen.
dunks.
Yeah, those are pretty damn good.
I would
too.
say
He
Aaron
is
Gordon has some
floating.
of the best dunks I've ever seen.
Sure. But like some of those Mac McClung dunks are
Yeah,
up
dude, I'm not
there.
gonna lie.
Especially
Yes, they
that
were
first
good.
dunk out of
Whoa.
the car. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He
I
risked
was-
his life.
Yeah.
I swear
He
risked-
almost tripped on the car.
Yeah. Okay. It was. I'm not gonna lie, it was good, sure, but it was good. There was no back and forth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Like Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon, they were
Yeah.
dunking off. You felt like damn near years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we can't choose. Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? There hasn't been a dunk contest like that at all.
It's felt like a McClung showcase for like 4 years.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
like,
he was the only person who
3
did.
years.
Well, I feel like people were reaching and having to do a lot for Stephen Castle. Like, oh, he used no props and like did it
But okay.
the honest way. And it's like, okay,
Maybe our expectations are a little bit too high because if you say that Stephon Castle didn't have good dunks, you're wilding.
he did have good dunks.
Yeah, like 3 out of the 4 of them were nice.
But if you compare it to, again, I'm Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon,
But that's like the best dunk contest of all time.
yeah,
I guess so, yeah.
it was decent. It was the best part. I don't know. It feels like
He did his part.
part of like how the game is now with 3-point shooting and that being the highlight. Like I think I thought the 3-point contest was more exciting.
Really?
Like in totality.
I didn't think it was that
I
exciting.
look forward to that more like often now that it's like because
Who won that?
Oh,
Tyler Hero?
in general
Tyler
it is,
Hero.
but
Yeah.
not specifically.
Who won the 3-point? Tyler Hero, right?
Tyler Hero.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Because it's like it's the one contest that stars still participate in,
Yeah.
True.
and it's like I don't know. I think like a deep 40-foot three and like all that is like a bigger highlight that makes the kids go ooh more than a dunk does these
What
days.
about the kid who won $100K from Mr. Beast for shooting the half-court shot against Dame?
That was
Kyrie
funny.
took like 3K. Did you see that?
Did he? Yeah, he did. He took like a chunk out and then like walked
Katie-
away with
Katie
it.
took it?
And Katie like snatched it out of his hand and like put it back. They had that.
Can't
They
take
do,
the
yeah.
man out of jersey.
But
Don't kill me.
yeah, that was a cute thing though. I like that a lot. I did like that a lot.
That was cute.
You didn't like it?
It just like yeah, it was good. It was a good initiative and everything, but just the whole production. I seen a stat. Well, you're talking about Saturday night, right?
The stat around the 3-point. That was the same. Oh wait, was it Saturday? Or was it Sunday when they did that?
I think it was Saturday. I'm
No,
shitting-
it might have been. No, it was Sunday. Was it not in between tournaments on Sunday?
Actually, you're right. I think it was in between the games
Because they
on
were all
Sunday.
in like warm ups, like Kyrie, KD. Like I'm pretty sure it was in between the tournament on Sunday where the kids shot the. Would you?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah.
It
Well,
was
okay. Yeah.
Sunday,
Yeah.
I
was trying to think.
I had seen a stat that it was like out of the 3-hour broadcast for Sunday's All-Star game, there was 30 minutes of game time and then 2.5 hours of ads and
Really?
talking
Holy
and everything.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which makes me when you like, yeah, it's cool, but like, what are we doing here? Like, what's going on with this production and everything? Remember 2016 when they had the little side things when Kevin Hart would face, Draymond Green in a 3-point contest, when Charles Barkley would race a ref, or something like that. I feel like it
that
was
was
cooler before, and the tournament shit, like no one's motivated.
I didn't mind the tournament breakdown.
So I think the issue was like the TNT's production of it.
Kevin Hart's talking too much.
Kevin Hart's talking way too much. But as somebody who was like, I was just at a watch party that day, and like so I didn't hear anything.
Right.
And like watching the second tournament game, I thought it was great. Like, it looked good. And then I go on the internet the next day and everybody's poo-pooing it. But like also like when it's commercial break or whatever, they switch to music. Like
Yeah,
I
that's true.
thought the actual game itself, it produced what it needed to for the tournament portion of it.
Yeah,
I think it was more competitive than the past few years. I don't know.
I just want more than 30 minutes of it because I do agree.
Oh, yeah, there you
that
go.
The
Yeah.
game was good. Like,
Yeah.
it was competitive.
It could
most
probably
of them,
be up
too.
to 50. Well, how much was it up to? 30?
It was up to 40.
40.
It could probably be up to 50 or 60 or something.
Ooh,
and
60.
then cut down on the ads or whatever, and then don't have Kevin Hart's obnoxious ass up there.
Yeah. Because I do think that like all-star MVPs is kind of like a thing, is a resume stat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We can't really see guys go for 40 or 50 in an all-star game now if they're
Right.
playing
If they're
multiple
playing for up to
games.
40.
Like, the
Yeah.
competition, you know, like I just don't.
How do we feel about Draymond Green's comments about he doesn't like giving like the rising stars a platform on the all-star court because in order back in his day, right, air quotations, you had to work to be an all-star. Like the all-star was like a designated spot that if you were the best of the best and you were voted in, only you could touch that court. And he made a comment that like only the president flies on Air Force One. The all-star court should be designated for all-stars, for the best of the best. So if you are a rising star, you need to prove yourself in the regular season before you touch the all-star court. Do you agree with that?
I agree.
Ooh,
Really?
okay.
I don't want to see Grady Dick on the Sunday game.
I agree too.
No, you're not. Yeah, no, you're.
And look at you, slapping the hands of the ones below. Hey man, just say it.
I seen Chandler Parsons say like, "Oh, LeBron's mad and didn't suit up for the game because he didn't want to play with the Rising All Stars." That's how all the Rising All Stars feel about playing with your kid.
Ooh,
Oh, damn.
Wow.
And
Who
I
said
was-
that?
Chandler Parsons.
Wow.
One of the biggest scammers in NBA history.
That too.
Omar, what do you think?
Honestly, I can't really say much about LeBron's son, but like I get where he's coming from.
Where what? Sorry, Draymond or Chandler Parsons?
I get where Draymond's coming from.
Where Draymond's
Like
from?
you don't want to see the Rising Stars
Yeah, definitely not. Let's go back to the old format, East
I
versus
agree.
West,
or
competitive.
World versus USA.
World versus USA was
World versus
pretty.
USA.
I wouldn't mind that at all. I
that's-
wouldn't mind that at all.
That's the way you do it. And the year that Kobe had passed, the way that they did the charity initiatives, and then like you at the fourth quarter, there was no timer and there was a score to beat. I thought
Yeah.
that was the last time we saw a competition in the All-Star
The
game.
Elam
so-
thing, yeah. But
But
then they
maybe
did
it was because of Kobe, though. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know
think
if
it was 'cause of
yeah, but
Kobe's
they
death?
did it at the first year. Kyle Lowry was taking charges and everything. Like it was very.
And they were pissed, and I loved it. I thought it was good hoops.
It was
but-
competitive, but then they had the same format the next year,
And it didn't.
It didn't do the same.
Shannon
So-
Sharp said there should be like a money initiative behind each of the All-Star games now. Like each, whether they do West versus East or whatever.
So
whoever
reward
wins,
them with money for not trying.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean,
Because he said that's the only way players are going to play hard. Like if you're going to win something at the end of it.
I also people talking about risking your career and your life and everything for doing these dunks in the dunk contest. I read another stat that Mac McClung's career earnings as an NBA player is about $150,000, and his career earnings for prize money from the dunk contest is about $350,000.
Damn.
300,000?
Yeah, so his career
He
is
won
the dunk-
$300,000 from those dunks?
Yeah, you get about $100,000 if you win the dunk contest.
Oh,
Oh,
And he's talking about
and
passion.
he's had 300 or 3 dunk wins.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
made
okay.
more money
I think
there.
like $300,000 just from that one contest.
No, but maybe they should. If you want players to try and like care about it and stuff, you may have to make it $1 million, couple million, or something.
Well,
like
I also
that.
saw a very rude tweet that Mac McClung is risking his ankles and when he makes the same amount of money as the Amazon warehouse manager. People are so mean on the internet.
That guy went on Glassdoor and Basketball Reference and
Oh
said,
my God. He said he's out here giving us the best NBA dunks and he makes the same salary as an Amazon warehouse manager.
People got to stop hating on Mac McClung though. Like he
No,
is.
he's great.
He's a hooper.
Yeah, exactly.
He can jump. That's not even a question.
And
Like,
if you're, I think he's a two-way player, right?
Yeah, he's a
is
two.
he two-way or is he?
Yeah.
I thought he's just G League.
Nah, he's two-way. So you deserve it. Like you're technically an NBA rotation player. Like
yeah.
if you're the best, he's one of the best dunkers that have ever participated in the dunk contest. So yeah. Desmond Mason used to go up there and average 5 points per game. We weren't
And
complaining.
he was a great dunker.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Facts.
mean,
But I mean, it was mid.
Super mid.
Steph Curry might go one NBA All-Star MVP.
for like what, 12 points?
Okay, you know what?
No, I'm just saying the format of the
With the
game
format.
would have
No, you're
allowed,
right.
like,
You're right.
I'm being
I
a
don't know,
hater,
Adam
but
Silver, I don't know. He needs
loves
to
tournaments.
He needs to do something else.
To chill in the tournaments.
Yeah, I don't know. My mom was upset
Mid-season
with LeBron.
play-in, end of season play-in, all-star play-in tournament. Like let's better incentives
Yeah.
here, you know?
Yeah,
I
agree.
I like the fact that he's trying. You know what I mean? So you'll get
Adam Silver.
you'll get somewhere, but we couldn't just keep trotting out the
He's
East
getting
West.
a little bit too laxy daisy with the league. I don't know.
Yeah, we need David Stern.
I was gonna say someone wake
David
David
Stern.
Stern up.
What do you mean? He's being too
Get these hip hoppers out of here.
Hey, come on.
That's it. Bring the dress code back.
Let's go.
Yeah, like
punish
I
him?
don't,
Well, like what is he being laissez-faire about?
I just like it doesn't feel like a. I don't know how to put it. Like it doesn't feel like the league has any type of like conduct or like code of conduct that they stand for, that they present themselves in comparison to other. They don't have like an identity anymore. The NBA, if that kind of makes sense.
That's Adam Silver's
What do
fault.
you mean?
I don't like. I guess like there's any like organization like a standard. Everyone's
say-
kind of just like freestyling, doing their own thing.
That's kind of the thing, though. The
You know what I
identity
mean?
is it's the circus.
So do you think they have no direction?
Kinda. Like there's no like, this is our business and this is how we conduct it and this is how everyone's gonna fall in line.
He's
Right.
not strict enough.
Yeah, I don't think, I feel like everyone's kind of just like, yo, I do what I want. I come here and I do it. Like someone talked about all the things.
You want him to slap the hands below him.
Not even that.
Okay.
But I feel like they just like, I don't have to say they have too much power, but like
It's player empowerment.
Players League. Yeah.
it's too much a little bit. Like it just feels like a circus.
Yeah.
It feels very circusy.
They get
But I just
paid
feel
too much.
like anything could happen, and people are like Adam Silver again. Like that, it's not really him. It's where the league is headed because of the power that a lot of the players have. Started with people like LeBron, for example.
Oh yeah.
Now LeBron shit really pissed me off. That really
Yeah.
pissed me
Like
off.
him dropping out last minute?
Huh?
Him dropping out last
And
minute.
the player empowerment era started with him. No,
It did. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he
This is his fault.
declined to do the dunk contest. Like, do you even have a say? Like, should you even have a say?
oh, they should
Yeah.
they should
It's
choose.
your
you.
You're just
body.
like,
Yeah.
Like, yo, you know what? You
It's
weren't
your
doing the
fucking
dunk.
job.
like you're
Yeah.
chosen, you do
Body
it.
on the
You're
line.
you listen. You are known as a great dunker. You are doing the dunk contest this
Wow.
year.
Right.
That's crazy.
That would be interesting.
You think my job? Like, for example, if I have to go to a meeting and present to a client,
Right.
I can't deny it.
Fair.
Yeah, but some all stars. Actually, no. If you get picked as an all star, you're going.
Like, what are we talking about
Yeah.
here? Like, oh, Zoe, we need you to present in front of this big client meeting
Yeah.
and impress them. Actually, someone else can do that.
Did
Are you
LeBron,
fucking
ever,
dumb?
did LeBron ever give a reason why he didn't want to do the dunk contest?
Yeah, he said, yeah, he gave an answer. He essentially said when he agreed to it, it was, I believe, right after the dunk contest. Like it was like a shitty one or something. And then the season started and his body didn't feel right around All Star. And so he didn't want to do it. And then the next year, I don't know, I just got away from him.
Got away from him.
I forgot what I'm paraphrasing, but his
Yeah.
answer was basically like he agreed early and didn't feel the same the year after.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was
Like-
lit when he
Like the same way he might have been. The same way John Morant and
Yeah, don't tweet all this
and,
if you're
and,
not gonna
and
like, do
Levine
this.
and who else was it? And Giannis. I don't want to see Giannis in the dunk contest. The same way all three of them.
Can Giannis even like dunk cool?
Nah,
Was he
just-
in the
He's just
2016
big.
one, right? He
Oh,
in
was
the
he?
2016. I think so. Yeah.
Oh. And I know that didn't go well.
Well, didn't John Morant tweet like
That's
Aaron Gordon and Zach
That's what I'm
Levine?
saying.
Like,
But don't do this if you're gonna
Yeah.
find an excuse.
I don't know if Gordon said anything, but Levine.
Gordon said, "I think I got some left."
Oh, really?
I think he
Yeah.
said something like that. Yeah, like I think I got.
him and Levine tweeted. Yeah.
So they're all in the moment.
Damn,
right?
but they're about that. They're about to be
They're
10
like
years
damn near
older.
30
Yeah, they're
something,
not. It's not the same.
Yeah, they'll
it's not
literally
gonna
be
hit the
10
same,
years
no.
old.
They will literally be 10. I mean, I'm not mad at it,
Lev-
but like, is that okay? Like,
Yeah, I
your
mean-
body wise?
Yeah, Levine still has crazy ups. If you see him in warm ups and shit, like he still does crazy dunks. 2 ACLs later.
Aaron Gordon
That's-
too?
That part's crazy.
Aaron Gordon, I haven't. He's still like in the flow of the game. He looks like he could jump, but I'm skeptical of him.
I was
John
gonna
Morant, I'd be very excited to see what he got.
Morant,
Right.
Anthony
I wouldn't
Edwards.
mind seeing a 10-year reunion in 2026 of Zach Levine and Aaron Gordon.
That'd be
again.
hard.
That'd be,
That would be
listen, trademark that moment right here.
Yeah,
If the NBA does that shit, run this back.
Yep.
I want a 10-year, 2026, a 10-year reunion of Aaron Gordon and Zach
You
Levine.
gonna trademark that?
Yeah. I think that'd be sick.
Or get rid of it and make people miss it for a year and then bring it back.
No, I don't know.
I will say this, like, I was at All-Star Weekend. I didn't care much for the events, but I want All-Star Weekend to exist forever.
Yeah.
The weekend itself.
Right. Facts.
You really had that much fun, huh?
It was a lot of fun, yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
And I'll also say this too, like just being out with these players and then seeing them give like low effort the next day. I understand, brother, because I'm just as hungover.
Oh my God.
You got some empathy.
Man,
man.
it's hard to play defense when they got to go warm up at noon the next day and take media interviews and shit. Like,
Yeah, there is a lot of
These guys are all outside. None of these guys are staying home.
Right.
That's 2 hours on Drake party and All-Star Weekend.
Right?
wow.
Literally. Do we want, what do we want to do? We have a few topics left. We also have DearRelentless. Yeah.
Maybe some DearRelentless.
You want to do some DearRelentless? We do have, I don't want people to actually still write in. Oh my God. People be like, you're not reading my stuff.
Yeah,
we have
we're that backed up.
We are pretty backed up. I'm not
Okay,
going to
let's
lie.
get some of these DearRelentless.
Oh Lord. Oh my God. Where have we? Did we do on and off for 4 years?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Did we do? Oh, DearRelentless Diaries. Oh, this one I think doesn't make sense anymore because the album already came out. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's see.
Damn, people are writing
I know. I
time
missed.
sensitive DearRelentless.
God.
Yo, my bad, guys. All
I
right,
know.
Yeah, we're back for y'all.
Okay. We have one. Okay, here we go. DearRelentless Diaries. When to back off. Hey, y'all. My question is, when do you take a backseat in a friendship? Basically, long story short, I have this close friend of mine who is in a toxic relationship. She tells me she doesn't like him. She's only there for the money, but he's aggressive and has broken multiple of her belongings whenever he does that. He just replaces it. She keeps constantly going back to him, even though she claimed that she has no feelings. My issue is that she's also putting me in the situations with him by inviting him out to our girls' nights without me knowing. We got into a huge argument the other day because I didn't want to go out to eat with both of them because I don't think it's safe for her to be around him. She claims she can leave him anytime she wants, but every few months the cycle restarts. And whenever I try to express my concern, she'll screenshot the conversation of us and send it to him and use it to guilt trip him.
Oh, Jesus.
Again, she is one of my closest friends, and I do very much care for her, and I don't want to break the friendship up, so what can I do?
Okay.
Damn.
Oh, my God.
Girl, break the friendship.
Get some sneakers, some good ones, and run. No, that's I don't like.
Yeah.
Do you believe in the term like financial abuse?
Yes.
Financial
Yes.
abuse.
Yes.
Kind of
Yeah.
sounds a little bit.
100%. 100%.
Word.
Do you not?
I mean, it's essentially, if I get the term
He
right.
said, get your own finances, bitch.
Yeah, if I get the term right. Kind of, right? Like it feels, it's women that feel like they're in a 360 contract, but they
Kinda.
can't get out of it because they're dependent on a dude's finances. Is that
Right.
not what financial
It
abuse
is.
A
is?
little
like,
bit, yeah. And like,
Having 360 deal in the sentence of explaining what financial abuse is funny, but it's accurate. But it is
what
accurate.
it
Like,
is,
you're
it's
making a good point.
if you're with a man who makes more than you, or if you're in a man who's control of your finances together, and say you wake up one day and your account's at zero and he moves all your money, like
right.
stuff like that, moves money without telling you, or like, you know, he knows that you don't have any money outside of him, so he'll cut off your act. Like that's financial abuse.
It's when you
Stuff
weaponize
like
your
that.
finances.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
yes.
Got you.
So-
So is that what he's doing?
I feel like it's financial abuse, but it's also like, I feel like even to break my belongings is more than financial abuse. Like that's kind of like destruction of property.
Yeah, it's physical.
Yeah.
And if there's a cycle of like, oh, I know he broke that, and I know he'll get me another one. Like that kind of keeps you
yes.
on the like. That is the manipulative kind of
Very
part of it,
manipulative.
right?
With the bag.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's not much you can do besides, you know, you air your grievances with her, which it seems like you've done, and let her know why this is a problem. But if it's something that's starting to drain you, I would remove myself.
It sounds like she doesn't even value the friendship with her.
Yeah, like if you've expressed this
Right,
and she's
that too.
sneakily bringing this guy out, like is she not embarrassed that her friends have been like, yo, don't bring him out. I do not feel safe. And she's still finding ways to finesse him out. Like
And if
that,
she's
she
taking-
doesn't respect your friendship.
Yeah, and if she's taking your private conversations and screenshotting it and using it as a weapon to her man, then that's another flag. I'd be
Yeah.
like, you gotta take
That's
a
not
couple
okay.
steps back.
I mean, eventually it's gonna blow up in her face. You know what I mean? Like, eventually it's gonna get to a point where she's gonna be like, okay, damn, I really messed up. And then by that point, it's gonna be too late. She probably lost her friend.
Yeah, she'll come crawling back.
Exactly.
Have you had friends like that where they just can't leave like a relationship that's terrible for them?
Oh yeah.
How did you deal with it?
Hey yo, I'm gonna tell you once. I'm not gonna tell you twice.
Oh, real?
And then that was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
There's only much you can do.
I'll tell you once, but I'm not gonna tell you twice. And if I sit you down and I tell you, and you're gonna stay in it, all right.
And that was easy.
But I'm not gonna be involved.
Because I feel like if it is your friend, like I understand, that's kind of like the friendship there, right?
Yeah, for sure. But I mean,
Yeah.
we all make
Your
choices.
safety.
Wow, grown.
Yeah.
So much you can do. in that
Exactly. We
situation.
all make choices. And like, if this was going to be your choice, then sure. I have friendships where like, I'm not a fan of their boyfriends and I'm not a fan of their relationships. It kind of sucks because it does affect your friendship at the end of the day where like, you might not be as close, but like.
If your safety is at risk. Like
I
when he's
wouldn't
around.
say their safety's at risk, but it's like, yo, like you're better than this.
Lame
You
ass
know what I
nigga.
mean? What'd you say?
Lame ass nigga.
Like, come on. Like, what are we doing with this guy right now?
Yeah, like you're going down the wrong path. You end up, you get in a relationship long enough, you end up having kids with this person. Like, that's the wrong person for them to do
I
that with.
personally would see and be like, this isn't, my thing is, I don't like, and it's hard for me when I know my friends and I know what they've always talked about in life, know what they want, and then end up with a guy and then all of a sudden their aspirations do a 180.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, that's not what you wanted for yourself. Like,
Right.
we've talked about this before. And yeah, and now that this guy is in your life, all of a sudden it's like you're bending your back to accommodate things that you know you didn't want for yourself.
So is that a combination of their character or the partner that they choose to be with?
Both.
Mm.
It's both.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard this like type of scenario before where a woman is explaining that her friend has like a really toxic partner and it's impacting their friendship and it's like, yo, I don't want to drop you as a friend, but like, do you think that there are people or like that kind of like almost enjoy watching it from afar or like having that sort of like drama in like a window into like, do you hear what I'm getting at?
Do you think that there are friends who kind of thrive off watching?
Not thrive off of it, but it's like an entertainment thing for them almost, and they kind of like it's like a car crash. Like you
can't stop
Girl,
watching.
what'd he do this time?
Because I just feel like I hear this scenario a lot, and obviously because men are abusive and like that happens and that dynamic exists and happens in a common sense. But then like when I hear like, yo, you don't feel safe around bro, like. And this is like you said, I have to tell you once, and that's it. Right?
Yeah.
Do you think there's people that kind of revel in this drama, and they don't get to have to directly be in it, so they can kind of, girl, what did he do again? Like I'm
for sure. And I'm not one of those.
Okay.
I'm not one of those.
There are people that love to play therapist.
I'm not one of those.
Like, I guess this is a continuation of what we were talking about last week, but like, have you guys had like homeboys who's in something fucked up where like, that it's not good for them and you want them to get out of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they won't, and it's
they
kind of like,
won't.
oh, you like it.
They
Yeah.
like it.
It's like, yeah.
So what do you guys tell them?
I mean, you tell them how it is, give them a warning, but they're like, oh, come on, it's not even like that.
I tell
You
them
don't see
that.
how I see it.
I tell them you like this. Like stop complaining to me. You
Word.
you love complaining to me about
Yeah.
this. Like stop.
Some people do feed off the drama, like you said. That's actually facts. Like people love that.
I didn't want to hope I was being
I
too
literally just
cynical
asked him-
thinking
I
about
literally just
that.
asked him, the sex must be really good because I don't know why you're staying this for
Bro,
this long.
sex can be great.
Yes.
Listen, sex is only sex, okay?
Yeah, some people are just like, they don't know how to be alone.
That's
And
facts.
that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, that's the truth.
People will bend and mold and switch their goals and aspirations and, flex everything they want in their life just because they're scared of being alone.
Nah, that's facts.
And that is, I think, I'd rather be alone than be with someone that I have to completely shift my view of life for.
You got to be alone for a little bit before you commit to a relationship.
Exactly.
That's
Or you're
You
gonna just play
definitely
yourself.
need to know how to be by yourself. Solitude, you got to figure that one out first.
Yeah. And it makes no sense why so many, and honestly, no shade on Valentine's Day, but it's like, Valentine's Day kind of just felt like, I was like, oh, you had a girl this whole time? You know what I'm saying?
People were cuffed that never been cuffed before.
I don't care about Valentine's Day. Sometimes I'm watching shit and I'm like clicking through stories. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
Like, is there
you
somebody-
liked my pic last week.
like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, is there somebody that gave off like, oh, the single energy, but then you realize like, oh,
No,
shit.
it's not even like single energy, but it's like, yo, like you just.
I have some insight to how you were moving and navigating these,
Yeah, it is
these
so weird.
avenues and everything.
It's like, bro, it's like why today? It's just I don't want my man to post because it's Valentine's Day now. You got to post me. You know what I mean? Like, don't be quiet 364 days of the year, and then on Valentine's Day, it's like, oh hey,
Oh yeah? Oh, that's what you mean. You don't understand why a dude would do that? Why he would just post on Valentine's Day?
not necessarily. No,
You don't
What
understand
do
it?
you mean?
like if he doesn't post, if he never posts about his girl, never mentions his girl ever, and then just on Valentine's Day he posts her.
What's wrong with
Yeah,
What's wrong with that?
It just feels weird.
because it's performative?
Just not even
like all of
like
Valentine's
nothing
Day.
else happens.
Thank you.
No, we're getting somewhere.
But my thing is like nothing else happens in the other like your year relationship that you could have like celebrated. Like nothing else.
Because-
her birthday, you know, did I don't know, did you get a promotion? You know, like did any other thing happen in the year where you could have celebrated her except on Valentine's Day? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, but sometimes
Okay,
people just
yeah.
want to be private though.
I get it, then just be private.
Be private all the time? Okay, I feel you.
You know what I mean?
So be private either all the time or none.
Not even that, but I just feel like
Whenever
like,
I see those pictures, I just assume the woman is pressuring it a little bit.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know exactly.
That's what I assume.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And he's
okay.
like, fine. And then here we go. You see it
I'm
on
like, oh, everyone's doing it. Okay, so
Yeah.
now I gotta do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels kind of weird.
Like a social peer pressure?
yeah.
Like an obligation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
then
I hear
it's
what
not
you're saying.
genuine then.
No, that's my point.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
And
with
then
you.
like
I'm
you're
with
doing
you.
the story liking, no shade, and
Story likes.
then you pop up with the girl, and it's like,
Yeah.
and listen, and that video is oh my
Man, y'all
god,
not unfollowing.
who doesn't unfollow?
You just did.
I don't unfollow. I
Yeah.
don't. If he has a girl, I'm not gonna follow him. What?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Oh
not gonna
yeah,
unfollow.
fair if you
Alright.
don't know.
But it's like I do think it's like okay, like
The disingenuous. Yeah. I hear that.
it does feel a little fake news, you
You
know. And all these girls who want to be cool girlfriends with their
It felt like All-Star Weekend.
yeah. And honestly, all the girls who are saying that they don't care that they're men. Actually, I was gonna be really mean. I'm not gonna say that.
No, shut up.
No,
Say
go
it,
ahead.
Say it.
So what Zoe wanted to say. All the
Wait, what am I
No,
gonna
this
say?
is
Because
Zoe
let's see if you can
wanted-
actually read my mind.
No, this is what Zoe wanted to say.
Co-pilots.
All the people that move like their cool girlfriends in the replies and say they wouldn't mind if my man does the story likes. Zoe 100% agrees with you. That's what Zoe wanted to say. Yeah,
No, I don't.
do-
No, that's not. I thought you actually go somewhere. My thing is, and I don't want to be rude. I really don't want to be rude. I really don't want to be rude.
Okay.
But and I was gonna say all.
Clip starts here.
No.
And I watched him. Anyways, keep going.
The girls who I'm just gonna sound mean. I want to say it.
I won't make it. I'll
have-
make you.
no,
Maybe
Sorry.
don't clip it, but I don't know. We'll see.
Clip it.
The girls who are saying like I don't care. It's just like he's just liking a story.
Right.
They're not the girls who are getting their stories liked.
Wow.
We're just being honest.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You gotta back that up right now.
That's fire.
Like you. Okay.
But I'm not being mean. I'm not being mean.
I know. So
I'm not being mean.
Keep talking, please.
I'm not black.
I'm just saying that some of the girls who were like, that's so sad, so insecure, like, girl, if you were getting your stories liked by men in relationships, you would know why there's an issue here. And I'm not trying to be rude.
right,
I'm
so-
really not. I'm trying to be very political here. I'm just saying, if you were the type of girl who was getting in all the hearts on your stories, you would know. Hey, but maybe you don't have that experience,
Wow.
Can't relate.
so
I can't-
you don't see the issue.
So he said,
But
can't
I
be me.
promise you, if I put all the pictures and videos I posted on a Summer Jam screen and put your man's face with a heart beside it, you'd be fucking sick.
Holy.
True.
So that's what I'm saying. Like let's
I
not
had to get
like
the gunshots for them.
let's be real with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? People act like, oh, it's not, when you see shit
Yeah.
it hits differently.
Right.
If I the picture of me in Jamaica with my body banging in a bikini and you see your man's name with a heart beside it pop up on my feed that only I can see, come on. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Yeah.
It's literally basic respect.
You don't know what it's like to be black unless you're black type shit.
Low-key! Like, no tea, no shade. No tea, no
The thing
shade.
is, Zoe, I'm not mad at that analogy.
Like,
I
you
won't be the one to say it, but
yeah. And my thing is like, yo, one day we gotta be real with ourselves. And
Listen,
I'm not trying to
yeah.
say, like, I'm not talking like, oh, I'm the prettiest girl I get. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
I'm prettier than y'all.
no, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, how am I not to say this without sounding like, I'm gonna sound like an asshole. I don't even know
you're
how
saying
to.
it.
I don't know how to say this without sounding like a complete asshole, but it's like,
Yeah.
you like when you're a woman who gets that attention sometimes, you just know like, yo, that's not okay.
So
Word.
I'm not making up shit. So you don't think that women are just open and be okay with that in general? Like they're just...
I don't think women who are used to that type of interaction with men would be okay with that.
But wait, real question. Doesn't the likes get lost in the shuffle? If you're getting so many likes, are you really seeing like each dude?
There
that
are
like in the
levels to
story?
this.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Okay.
I see. I'll look.
Yeah.
But you
Like,
pay attention to it.
I will look 100%.
Okay.
But like, if people like my story, like I'm like, oh shit, like I'll scroll the likes. I'll stop after a while, but I'll scroll it for sure.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, people don't scroll the likes. You guys don't scroll.
Yeah,
There's story likes.
So
Yeah.
I don't post a lot of stories.
He's like, no one likes my.
No, I don't post a lot of
But you don't
stories.
post stories, period. Yeah, but I just think
I know
like
them once though, yeah.
the girls who act like, oh, like it is not that big of a deal. Like I don't care about no story likes. Girl.
I mean,
I
what about the baddies that are like when they see a girl pass by and they like look with their man?
Get out of here. Like, come on.
Nah,
wait,
that's
those
Yo,
don't exist.
Prison?
Be
That's where they're in?
strict with your man.
Fine.
Be strict with your
I
man.
heard those women are in prison or in Alcatraz.
Also, like, didn't Joe Budden's girlfriend say he goes to strip clubs
Yeah.
with lube? Like, what the fuck are we talking about, bro?
Wait, what's the relation? Wait,
Like,
I'm sorry.
why are you okay with your man
Oh,
going to
got you,
strip?
got
You know
you,
what I'm
got you.
saying?
That's his third spin-off
wait,
podcast that I don't watch.
Yeah.
I saw a clip. I
The
saw a
couples
clip.
one?
He
Yeah,
wears
the-
lube to the strip club.
He has like lube that he brings to get dances and shit like that.
Whoa.
There was
was a clip where
No,
she's like,
she
and then
was-
she got
bro,
mad
what-
at him for finding the lube
What
when
they
she
were
was out
saying-
of town, and she was like, "Why do you have if I'm not here? Because who's
What she was saying.
What?
Is he naked?
What they were explaining, I'm pretty sure in the clip, was that she will get with another girl and Joe will watch it.
Yes.
And that he has a certain type of lube that he brings and uses and whatever. And she was saying how he went to a trip and went to this strip club, and then she came to his whip and there was all the lube and the stuff that he usually uses.
What was that laugh?
Joe's a guru, bro.
No,
That's
more.
facts. I saw that clip on Twitter.
And then the girl was saying that she was like, yeah, you can't be watching other girls together, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my thing is like, why are you okay?
talking about?
Listen, all I'm saying is
He in the
it's okay.
champagne room.
Listen. All I'm gonna say is the last time. You guys want to be a cool girlfriend until cool girlfriend takes you to Poppy show. Okay? No man will take me for Poppy show, you know.
Yeah.
Cool girlfriend turns into Poppy show.
Right.
Sometimes not everyday cool girlfriend. Some days strict girlfriend.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like some days
Just-
be strict. Like yo, my thing is like
Not every day.
Yo, like you
Not
bitches,
every
like
day.
not everyday cool girlfriend. Like you girls want to be the bitches who clean up after the house party. Like I'm not doing that shit no more. Like we're too old to be trying to like, oh yeah, I can
Everybody's
clean.
leaving. Oh, wait, can I do
Everyone's
anything?
leaving, and
I
you're
stack some
like, bitch,
cups.
stand up. Like we're too old to be doing that shit. Get strict. Get strict with your love life. Get strict with your partners. And this also goes for men. If there's shit that you don't like that your girl does, you minimum have the conversation.
Yeah.
If you're in a relationship, you should say like, yo, I don't really like you posting pics like that. I'm not gonna, like, you can say that. It's up to me how to respond, right? But if you give me the rationale why it makes you uncomfortable, we can adjust.
Right.
So how do you respond to men saying, yo, I don't want my girlfriend making out with their girlfriends on like girls' day type shit?
Okay, yeah, I feel If that's what your man want you to do, girl, you gotta adjust.
Yeah. Or
Wait, what? Wait,
or
what?
or tell him, or just tell him bring the lube.
No, that's insane.
Bring the
But,
we
like,
can't
yeah.
title it that though.
I agree. Like, if your man is like, yo, I actually don't really like that you know, twerk on your story.
Right.
I'm not a fan of that. Some guys don't mind that.
Yeah.
And this is why I say, like, find.
Not everyday cool boyfriend, all right? Sometimes you gotta lay down.
Some guys don't mind. Oh, yeah, my girl, she can do whatever she wants. She can twerk on.
Understanding
Okay, cool. Some guys don't like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So if your man says, I don't really like you shaking ass on your story, at least have the you can still turn on and be like, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna do it, but at least have the conversation.
Right.
Everyone should be willing to put their cards on the table. If I tell you I don't like you liking bitches' stories where her ass is out, her titties are out, she's thirst trapping, or it's a skin out photo or whatever, I don't like it.
Right.
You're looking out for all women.
You guys can be cool, girlfriend. Cool. Take me for Poppy Show.
Yeah.
When I go Poppy Show, don't it? I want to become real Poppy Show. Real Poppy Show.
Shout out to Mucho just engineering that clip from scratch. That was great. That was great. Good job.
Okay, let's do one more before we wrap up. We have an update from the the update for the Am I the Asshole for outing my boyfriend after discovering his affair with his male friend. Do you remember that?
Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah.
was that
That's
the
what-
dude who kissed his friend or some shit?
No, this was the one. Okay, we're gonna read it.
Why'd you
So-
point at me?
Because that's the male.
I don't think it was the same one. But okay. A few months ago, I wrote in about how I found out my boyfriend, James, cheated on me with his best friend, Kyle,
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah.
during a boys' trip.
Yeah, that's the same one.
This was during a boys' trip. This is not the same one as the kiss of the propose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it was the guy
that
I'm
wrote
sorry.
it.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
okay.
Oh wow.
The guy wrote that one, and he admitted to kissing his friend. This is the girl who wrote that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We get
So
LGBT. on
when
here.
when I confronted him, he admitted it. He admitted to it, but also revealed he was in love with Kyle. Heartbroken, I confided in my close friends, and word spread, which ultimately led to James and Kyle being outed before they were ready. James was furious, and some friends felt I was wrong for exposing the relationship, while others understood my pain. Now, here's a messy ass update. At first, things were just awkward. The group felt divided. Some people supported me, while others took James and Kyle's side, claiming I ruined their lives. Kyle even messaged me at one point calling me a vindictive bitch and accusing me of exposing them out of spite. James never spoke to me directly, but I heard from mutual friends that he told people I was a bitter ex who weaponized his sexuality against him. That hurt me because I never had an issue with him being bi or gay. I had an issue with the cheating. Things escalated when one of my so-called friends, Ashley, decided to stir the pot. She started telling people that I deliberately wanted to out James and Kyle, which wasn't true. She even told me to my face, you could have handled this privately, but instead you made sure everyone knew. That's messed up. I was stunned. This was someone I trusted, someone I cried to when I first found out, and now she was trying to rewrite the entire situation. The breaking point came when I was left out of a big group hangout I would have normally been invited to. When I asked why another friend, Jake, bluntly told me, some people just don't feel comfortable around you anymore. Comfortable? Like I was the problem? I lost my mind. I reminded them that James was the one who lied, cheated, and gaslit me, and somehow I was the villain. His response was, yeah, but you made it public. That's when I knew I was done. I told them all to have a nice life and left every group chat. Some tried to guilt trip me saying I was overreacting by being dramatic, but had given these people months to show some basic loyalty and they failed. Since cutting them off, I felt so much better. I won't lie, it stings knowing that people I thought my friends abandoned me to defend a cheater, but at the end of the day, I'd rather be alone than surrounded by fake friends who excuse betrayal. So yeah, I lost a boyfriend and a friend group, and I also lost the weight of people who clearly never had my back. And honestly, good riddance, right? But I did enjoy watching you guys talk about my situation. When Mucho said they're both assholes and one is using theirs, I died. You said that.
I be saying
Wow.
shit.
What the hell?
That's a bar.
Love, the no longer brokenhearted girl from Toronto.
Yeah.
Word.
Well, thank you for the update. And honestly,
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. It is tricky because of the nature of the cheating. Unfortunately, you kind of had to like shoot yourself in the foot by outing him in a way, because it's like, oh yeah, he cheated on me with who?
Right.
You know?
You were more
Like,
right than you were wrong, and it's still even, I feel like, debatable if you were wrong.
Yeah,
at all, you
I don't
know?
think
Like,
they should.
She was wrong.
Yeah, I don't think they should put you into the villain. It's like, yeah, you were cheated on. It kind of sucks because it was with a man, so you're kind of playing the outing sexuality card. But that's still your truth. You know what I mean?
Because if you were her friend, right, and then she told you I got cheated on, would you prod by asking from who? Like, who did you cheat on?
Oh, for
with?
sure. I'm asking who.
Right.
So yeah, if women have friends like that, then I guess you can't get too mad at this.
To me, like, if my friend goes, "Oh yeah, blah blah blah, cheated on me," I'd be like, "When? Like, how did you know? Whatever happened. Do you know the bitch, or do you know who it is?"
right?
And if it gets to,
She's like, I can't say.
Yeah,
Like,
if it gets to Brokeback Mountain, I'll be like, "God damn."
yeah.
The sexuality shouldn't matter. You cheated, you cheated.
I agree.
That shouldn't be a factor. Like, yeah, it's bad. Like, you outed them, sure, when they weren't ready. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't be cheating. You should have just broke up with her, figure out your own sexuality on your own terms. Like, that shouldn't be a factor in this case, man.
Yep.
Yeah, he's using that rainbow card.
Okay.
I don't think she weaponized.
he's, using,
Yeah.
he's trying to get out of jail free, man.
Rainbow cards.
It doesn't
Rainbow card is
Can we? No, we can't.
No, we can't use that.
no.
Well, why not?
I mean,
It
before
doesn't
we
look good on the title.
wrap up, shout out ASAP Rocky's free. That's one thing we didn't say.
Yeah,
We
shout out to
found
ASAP
out-
Rocky.
We literally found out before this episode that ASAP Rocky beat all the charges.
Yeah.
He is found not guilty, and he will be going home with his partner and kids and his Gucci brand deals, and he's a free
Fenty
man.
deals.
His Fenty deals.
A
And
lot of podcasters owe an apology to him.
who you think owes an apology?
Joe Budden does for one.
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't watch Joe Budden.
They
so-
said he chose the wrong thing by turning down the plea deal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a very risky play, though. I even said that I don't know if I would. You said yourself you would have
Even if
taken
I
the deal.
I
knew
would've
I didn't
taken
do it. Like, I just, this is where we're at. That it's
Yeah.
3 months probation or 25. I don't know if I want to risk
But
that.
somewhere in the court case, it got turned around that the guy who's suing was an idiot. Like, I don't know how that.
It was
came
the
into-
state of California that was suing, technically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Criminal case.
The
yeah.
criminal case.
Criminal
But I
case,
think,
okay.
and it's a state case, but I think also, like, it's a gamble because, yes, he's giving the notion that, if you know you're innocent or you want to prove your innocence, then don't take the deal, right? It's always easy to take the deal because it's the scare tactics. Oh, you're going to face 20 years. Oh, this and that. But so there's the notion of, yes, if you know you're innocent, then prove your innocence and stand on business. But let's also be mindful that A$AP Rocky has access to a billionaire partner who has access to some of the best lawyers. So yes, I understand the point of stand your ground, but also you are a privileged yes, you are a black man, but you are a privileged black man who has access to a lot of money. You can afford the top of the top best representation.
Yeah.
So, tread lightly when you're
He's
talking.
not black. He's ASAP.
Okay.
But he has said some
crazy.
anti BLM stuff before.
Didn't he say something about, he said something. That's why people were like bringing up old stuff. I remember. He did say something about like, was it like about New York or Harlem or I'm rich or something?
He called it a bandwagon.
He said something that was kind of weird about Black Lives Matter.
And he's still 2 for 2 when it comes to beating cases. So
What other case did he beat?
Sweden as well.
Oh yeah, and they brought him home. Yeah.
And like someone asked him about if he would like make music about like everything going on. And he was like, "Oh, that's really pretentious to rap about that stuff."
Yeah.
Ferguson and
I guess
BLM,
wrong
but-
choice of words because I don't want to hear no BLM bars from A$AP Rocky.
cool.
Anyway.
I am A$AP Rocky. I did not sign up to be no political activist. I want to talk about my motherfucking lean, my best friend dying, girls, my jiggy fashion, and my inspirations in drugs. I live in a fucking Soho and Beverly Hills mansion. I can't relate. I go back to Harlem. It's not the same. It's a sad story. I got to tell you the truth. I'm in the studio. I'm in fashion houses. I'm in these bitches' drawers. I'm not doing anything outside of that. That's my life. These people need to leave me the fuck alone.
Wow.
That's how he felt about BLM.
Wow.
Well,
In a 2015 interview.
I think you have
Guess
to
the tides
respect that.
change. Yeah.
You kind of have to respect that a little bit because if he's not involved, let me land the plane. If he's not involved in that political world where he doesn't have a real good stance to put on, like he said in an interview, I grew up around black boys, white boys, like everyone, where we all treat each other the same way. It's not the same world that he lives in.
Well, my whole thing, I feel you, but he still grew up in Harlem. He still went to jail when he was a kid. Like,
Right.
he still knows about that life. I think he's saying the life he lives now is different than what a lot of his family goes through and a
I'm
lot
not
of
black, I'm ASAP.
his own people go through.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, you won't give him benefit of the doubt off of this quote because he wasn't eloquent about it at all. But there is an angle where you could say that my music isn't political and I'll stick to what I do best. But, you know, I have love and empathy for all my people going through shit. You can say something like that. And you can still accomplish the same thing that he accomplished or that he probably should have tried to accomplish with that statement.
He said he felt like he's appropriating.
All right, we can just wrap this up.
Where are we?
We're at
2.5.
yeah.
We're right there.
I think we're just about time. We had some more on the docket, but I didn't realize your All-Star weekend was going to be that long of a recap.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot was happening. I feel like we didn't even say everything.
Okay, well we're gonna leave that to off air.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Omar, thank you you were the most quiet guest.
Oh wow! I thought
X Factor off the bench.
I thought I did have to do a couple threes,
Yeah.
a couple passes, a couple assists. You know?
Yeah. Zoe gets double teamed. You know, she'll pass it to you when it's late in the shot clock.
mean?
Just take your shots.
I put you in a couple of times, so like at least
Yeah, I
we-
appreciate
Oh,
that.
yeah.
A couple
Trey's like,
blocks.
oh, I got to take more than 10 shots. You know, Tresor wasn't here. You know,
Oh my god.
got to play point guard.
Well, let's wrap this up. We'll be back next week, guys. Please do not be like Mucho and ask Dame Lillard for a favor at 2 a.m. He doesn't do that for them.
We back with the flash.